Nice to have your company. We're here at the Triple MCG. It's Grand Final Day 1989. The Mighty Hawks, who have owned this day for this decade, are meeting the Cats, who are just emerging with a young list and a young forward who I'm going to be focusing on today to see if he can recognise the Sharon. That's young Brownless. We'll get to him in just a second. I'm going to introduce the team here who know plenty about this day. Wayne Carey, welcome to you, the King.
Yes, g'day JB. What a game this is going to be. Fantastic. As you said, the Hawks have owned this day for the past decade. They're the team to beat today. Really looking forward to it. It's going to be an absolute ripper. I get the feeling, though, JB, there's going to be a lot of aggression in this game. They're going to be hard at it. Who knows what could happen?
Collingwood spearhead Brian Taylor is still playing, but joining us. Welcome, Bristol.
It's a great day. I've always wanted to be involved in this day, JB, and seeing these two teams out here at the moment, just a little bit jealous of what's going on.
I get the feeling you might have an opportunity, but you'll probably get left out.
National Anthem. Johnny Farnham, doing some of his very best work, and MCG packed to the rafters. We just had to sweep along the Geelong team. I couldn't see Brownless.
No.
Maybe not out there yet.
A late withdrawal. Jimmy Boy, very excited. I remember we lined up here for this grand final, and they said, stare out who you're playing on. Just have a look across and stare him out. And I'm looking at Chris Langford, and I'm going, geez, a big boy. Have a look at the head on him. He's got that big jaw. So I stared out Johnny Platten. Don't worry about that. But looking forward to this game. We had a team meeting Thursday night, Jimmy Boy.
Yes.
Malcolm Blight concerned with a couple of players, as you said. Hawthorn dominant this decade. And our first grand final here under Malcolm Blight, his first year. And all I can say, I can't say too much, but watch Mark Yates, who's going to come off the wing.
This is the Triple M footy preview, Duck.
Sorry, Jack. Last time these two met, JB, it was an absolute shootout. Massive shootout. 25 goals each. And a boy by the name of Exel kicked 9.
Gavin Exel.
He's Alan Border, fresh off the 89 Ashes. Of course, Australia poleaxing England.
There's Michael Tuck, the captain, and Damien Burke, the big red nut.
Right, look how small AB is compared to big Berkey.
Look at the Cats. We're ready to go right behind Berkey.
All right, toss of the coin, won by Damien Burke, and he's kicking to the city end.
A little unusual, JB. The whole team just gathering around the captain.
Like a lot of dairy cat.
Look at this.
What was that about, Bill?
Well, Malcolm Blight said if you blokes are feeding him and you're switched on, when we toss the coin, you're all going to give me a sign. I think I forgot to do it, but give me a sign in the box and I'll know you're turned on. You're ready to go.
Watch for Brereton off the line. We know that he tries to pick people off in the middle of the ground. He tries to pick people off.
As if that had happened, Duck.
He'll be going after Bairstow or Couch or one of those guys.
Paul Couch had just won the Brownlow, of course, on Monday. There's Ablett, Gary Ablett, the superstar.
I reckon he looks on.
He's ready to go.
Here we go, and this man doesn't know it yet, but he will emerge as the best caller in football, so he'll get us started. Ash Stewart wasn't even born. Ash, some stats for you, Ash.
Yeah, look out for Jason Dunstall. He's kicked 134 majors this year. Past 3 games, he's nailed 26 goals, JB.
34 goals. What a year.
Oh, boy.
Not a bad year.
Gee.
And looks like McGuinness going to Ablett.
I'm concerned about that matchup already, Bill.
Yes. I wish Langford went to him. He went to me.
So we're ready to go at the G Grand Final of 89.
Why did they send the best defender to you, Bill?
That's a very good question, Duck. Jason Dunstall, look at that, 134 goals. What a year. Tim Darcy will pick him up.
Well, the last time they met, it was an 8-point victory for Hawthorn back at Princes Park.
Just watch Mark Yates. Here's Dermot. Look at him looking good.
Look at himself.
He's a real... He's chest puffed out.
Jerry Hocking ready to go. needs a big game, Hocking, in the midfield. Ablett and Dunstall, what everyone is focusing on at the moment. Ready to go, 100,000 just over.
Mark Yates on the wing. Here he comes.
In the house. First quarter action, 89 grand final underway. Deer in the middle, couldn't quite get hold of it. Got hold of it. Opportunity off. Brereton's been flat. In the middle of the ground. They'll come back to that. Ablett runs out, marks. Directly in front, 50 metres out in front of goal. He'll go back, but Brereton is flat on his back.
Poleaxed Bristle.
Just couldn't see it on the screen there, but let me tell you, he got him.
So Ablett comes in from beyond 50. City End kicks the goal. It's all happening. Goals, fierce attack on the ball. Brereton's gone to ground and he lies on his back, surrounded by doctors and trainers. He looks completely knackered.
Get up.
He saw, you don't see Dermot like this, you know he's crook. Let's have a look at the replay. Mark Yates comes in from the wing. Dermot not ready for it. Looks like he goes back again and hits him the second time. He actually didn't get him that second time. Dermot on the ground as we speak.
Bostrell's replay screen there. He didn't see it coming. Dermy came in hard off the line to go after one of those on ballers. He lined Coucher. And
not only did he get him once, Brereton got back up and he got him again.
And the one thing we know about Dermot Brereton is he's got to be hurt to stay down.
Oh, yeah.
There's no theatre in Dermy.
He's got to come off, surely.
That
cat's got to be in for the day.
Yeah, he has to.
I tell you what, set the scene now.
Tell you what, he's got some trainers there. I reckon he's clearly one of the important players. He's got every trainer and every doctor and every physio out to him right now.
The Chiefs walked up to him and said, "Your day's over, kid. Off your trot, and we don't need you anyway."
Barry Gavin, the physio there, trying to take him off the ground, and the runner,
he won't go off.
Peter Power, saying no, he's just going to fall forward.
Look at Yabby.
This is remarkable. He's been carried to full forward.
He has been carried. Good effort that.
He's milking it himself.
And Stephen Hocking goes to Dermot now.
Right, we're back in the middle. Burke with a big backhand and tries to get it going forward, and there's Mew. Free kick going.
Dipper.
Airs way Dipper it is. Oh, look at the big mullet on Dipper. Thumps it inside 50, but it's coming back.
Well, I'm not sure about that matchup now with Brereton and Hocking either. I mean, Hocking, he's a small back pocket player.
He is.
One of the great centre-half forwards.
So the ball's got to come all the way back to...
Very good admin off field.
It's Peter Curran.
Peter.
Wife works for
Triple M.
Triple M later on. And he thumps it to half forward. Oh, Dunstall in good shape. Just ragged old Darcy. Threw him to the ground. And the Chief latches onto it. 30 from home. Not much angle. Punt road end.
34 goals. How many others kicked 100 this year in 89, Ash?
I think Chief would be the only one in 89.
Got hands like a vice, hasn't he?
Just really biatched Darcy.
Look at the hair.
And bang, that's going through. Put your glasses down. Hawks get there first.
John Cleese.
And it comes from their superstar full forward, Jason the Chief Dunstall. One apiece in the grand final. Triple M Simply Energy scoreboard.
Just too strong there. He's had an outstanding year, the Chief, of course. And the Cats love to kick goals, but their defence does let them down. Not an over tall, strong defence.
Given that it was a slow play going inside 50, just looking at the Bosch Tools replay screen there, how did he get so much space? It was a beautiful kick to his advantage, but as you said, just ragdolled him.
30 years ago.
Back in the middle we go. Burke knocks it down. Dipier Domenico onto the footy. Tries to knock it under his feet. Tunnel ball style. Spills to Kennedy in the middle. What a great finals player he is. Got it out to Pritchard. Pritchard a long deep ball. He's taken the mark on Hocking. He's taken the mark. There's a blue in the middle of the ground.
The runners involved.
Peter Power's in there. He's trying to drag players apart.
Look at Busey. Busey's got
a headlock on. I think he's going to die, that Hawthorn player. He can't get oxygen.
I reckon it's Dipper, boys.
It is. So Buse had Dipper. Stoneham's got Deer tied up.
Chris
In the meantime, Brereton lining up for goal.
Brereton just had it, Chris Mew.
It's all happening.
So Brereton comes in directly in front. Only 30-metre kick.
That's good game. Well done, Dermot.
The crowd let you know he's kicked the goal. Hawthorn have got a couple in a row here, and courageously Brereton has got to his feet, and he's conjured something up when he looked dead.
He was dead. If they'd read his rights, he was actually not alive anymore himself, and then he wanders down the half-forward
himself.
What about the setup on him?
It's a good mark.
I said I was concerned about the matchup. I mean, he's just too tall.
Well,
Brereton's not. He's only 6'2 and a half. He tells you he's 6'1. But he's 6'2 and a half.
You'd like to send down there Mark Yates to play on him.
Tuck came in and found it out of the middle, shoveled it forward. They'll go inside 50. Again, the Hawks. It's starting to all head one way. Here comes the Chief. Goes to ground. Darcy just landed on top of him.
Here we go.
Off his hair off.
It's on again.
Came in with the knees. And Hawk gets over to him. He'll end up being a big player in the AFL later on. He just came over and grabbed hold of himself.
He's only a picture framer at the minute in Geelong, but there's higher things for him.
The last thing Brereton needs is guys whacking him in the guts in some sort of minor melee.
Look at Bruce Lynn to pick up the ball.
But the Prez is in there. He's doing nothing.
He picked the ball up because he thought it was a free kick. Darcy to get it.
Umpire Peter Carey there, separating them. Geez, a lot of people
on the fence.
sitting in the drip tray gutter at the moment. There's people everywhere. Haven't they got seats to go to?
No.
High footy. Dia flies over the top, takes the mark. So it's all Hawthorn at the moment after Ablett kicked the first goal. Kennedy at centre half forward in front of the 8. Turns, goes onto his non-preferred
Downfield.
left. Kick downfield. Cullen's marked. And this will be a down the field ball. Hocking late. Kennedy, the kicker. Curran, the receiver, and he'll line up from 30 metres out on a slight
angle. Just a little bit of undiscipline creeping into this match. Players going after the body rather than the ball.
Your mob fat.
Yeah, Buddha is he's loving this hard stuff.
Peter Curran directly in front, punt. Oh, in fact, a little bit of angle. Punt road in, goal. Got it. Gee, they're kicking straight. They don't miss these blokes. Hawthorn have got 3 in a row.
Isn't it great to see players being able to kick on their opposite side of the body?
And
I reckon in the future that's not going to be as good, PT.
Isn't it great to see players actually kick goals?
Yes.
Goals. And stay on the ground when they kick a goal. Don't sprint off, which might happen. But good work there. Look at Buddha come in late down the field.
Undisciplined, Bill.
Yeah.
Undisciplined.
He's fired up, Bud. Don't worry about that.
They're hunting the man at the moment, the Cats, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anderson hasn't had it yet, but we'll have a good kid later on as inside 50 goes Bairstow. Where's Brownless? Brock! Do something, Brownless!
There he is!
He goes and picks it up. He gets smashed into by about 4. Just drops the ball at his feet. Achieved by the wall.
Oh boy, there's another player down behind. Play, can't see who it is. It's the Cat. Might be Ablett. Hughes throwing his weight around. Langford there as well.
She's on here, boys.
And Ablett's up. He's okay. So in the meantime,
it's a man's game, isn't it?
It is indeed. They go out wide. Over the top went Schultz. He couldn't get hold of the footy over the line out of bounds. Right near the interchange area. Will throw it in as Platten couldn't rescue it. So Ablett's up and about. He looks okay. McGuinness playing on him at the moment. Over the back was Burke, swiped it, got it to Boss. Boss runs through centre half forward. Long ball, Brownless! Couple of grabs, couldn't get it. Oh, he's dropped the sitter. He's dropped an absolute sitter.
That's not a sitter.
Collins to Kennedy.
Just got to be stronger over the ball, that young man. Down the line of BUCKENARA, takes it outside wing. Wheels and goes inside 50, and that's how you take them, Brown.
Sorry, I missed
Gets
it.
a miss onto the nurry.
I dropped my pen, I missed it.
The Chief.
What about his hands? Dunstall, the lead out, full pace.
Full pace, pluck. Yep.
All right, here we go. Set shot from the Chief. Got one already.
Difficult shot, JB.
All right, what's happening here, Bristol? He looks like, shelling peas. No, just
Johnny,
nicked
please,
the post
look at
on the
him.
way through. So 3-1 plays, 1 straight in the grand final.
I reckon in the future they'll have some sort of technology with that, with the post.
And it won't work.
It was a good kick.
Wasn't it?
Now here's Tim Darcy.
Chop.
Kicks in from full back at the punt road end. Goes out wide. Dipier to Minico. Had a little bit of a bo peep. Runs the tackle. Got the kick around the corner. Spills here. Opportunity. Boy Condon got met heavily. Handball comes for Anderson. Anderson runs into an open goal. They have got 4 in a row. The Hawks. They are sprinting away with the 89 grand final.
I'll tell you what you can notice already, boys. You can the physicality. You can see players really going for the body. There's going to be some car crashes in this game. It's going to be some real injuries. Brereton on that occasion, he was a little bit late. He was going after some bodies, but stayed disciplined enough not to give away a free kick, but I can see some big hits.
4-1-25 the Hawks. Geelong 1 straight goal on the Simply Energy scoreboard.
Red Z inside 56-3 Hawthorn's way. They've nailed 4 majors from those 6 entries.
C-Bus special comments from Wayne Carey and Bill Brownell. It's tough for Fat to do given he's playing in the game, squaring ball.
Am I?
First time it's ever happened, actually, that a player who's playing in the game's also doing special comments. Slapped on into the path of the Prez. Linda runs a little bit of an arc and then kicks it out in the full. It's been a scrappy start here for the Cats.
Well, they started well. First goal, in 30 seconds, but then haven't looked like it.
Collins, tiny little man, Andy Collins, actually gives the ball up, and it's coming back to Deer.
Greg Deer.
Half back here at the MCG in front of the old members. The bull ring will be as full as a fat lady's sock. Pissed bastards in there who won't even see a second of the grand final. Dipier Domenico tries to get it on. Oh, Hawking nice and tough. Should have got a free for high contact. And in fact has. So Buddha Hawking, real weird ass looking setup. Goes long to half forward. We're in search of Brownless. I'm sure he's playing. Ablett flew. Couldn't hang on. Hawks just bash it back to the wing, and here comes the Prez Linder and had half his head ripped off.
Oh, he stands over the top of Curran and says, I'll get you. Get on with it, Prez. Linder from the wing.
Where's that?
Sends it inside 50. Kennedy marks.
Well, in the end, he played on. Didn't need to play on then, Linder.
Oh, the plumber from South Yarra. John Kennedy misses with the kick, but they clear out of defence and a boundary throw in.
What about the people sitting around the fence inside the ground?
Ock health and safety.
There's a big concrete gutter there. Geez, I hate to slide into that. I think they need to look at that at some stage in the future. Opportunity here. I think it's Yates on the bottom of the pack here. Got the free kick too high. Now he wiped out Brereton in the opening minute. If you've just joined us, the kick to Ablett on the lead. Already got one, and he's lining up from a very difficult angle. A lot of left to right about this kick from the superstar Ablett. Been a lot of hype. Hope he lives up to it.
Well, he's kicked 78 goals for the year. Missed some games, of course. And he's had a lot of other blokes that have kicked goals around him.
So here he is, an unusually built specimen. A lot of weight at the top. Some in the middle and not much at the bottom. The kick is an ordinary one across the face.
Brownless!
He's taken away. Interference on Madigan, I think it was.
That's a very good mark.
What the hell happened there, Fat?
And it was Diaz free.
Come on. Pooey Anderson thumps it to the outer side, and that's out in the full.
We got a replay of that free kick back there.
Busey going to bring it back in. Brownless done bugger all to this stage.
Well, he's just take a hanger.
Not really, as Bairstow thumps along one top of the square. Where is he? Oh, it sat on his head. He sat on Brownless's head but was unable to take the mark. They'll release it here to Pritchard.
Guess what I got? Sorry, mate, again.
Has a bounce. And then down the line he goes, down the wing. Here comes Curran. Full-chested at the footy. Good handball to Dipper. Over the top to Johnny the Rat Platten. Runs to half forward. Inside 50. Oh, where do you want it, Chief? Right in the old bread basket for the Chief. Darcy miles behind. And he can take a shot at his second, this superstar full forward.
And that all started from full back. The two forwards flying together for Geelong, Brownless and Ablett. They've got to work their way around that.
Oh, no, that's poor. Nearly out the full for the Chief. Just a behind.
They need some separation up there. They've got to isolate Ablett.
4-2,
Get Brownless out of the road, isolate Ablett.
What, be a decoy, you reckon?
Well,
not a bad
he's
idea.
Done that for most of his life, so why wouldn't he do it in the main game? Darcy from full back. Kicks out wide. High ball up goes Boss again. Dipier Domenico was there. So was Couch. Hasn't had much of it. Yates runs away with a bounce off halfback. Kennedy with a smother. Ricochets back to Yates. Gives it on to Bruns. The little redhead from the wing goes inside 50. Searching for Ablett. Picked it up. Right foot snap. Ablett missed a lot. Kicked it out of bounds on the full. Ablett starting to get involved in the game, though, the great man.
Tell you what, he doesn't mind having a ping from anywhere. Could have maybe tried to centre that one.
You should have played with him for 10 years. Wow.
Just wondering where Brownless is on the ground.
He told me to stand in row 3 and don't come back.
Not getting a heap of nurry as we speak. Condon a little one off to Buckenara. Around the body, it's well taken by Pritchard. Good player. Takes off and has a bounce over the logo. Runs into the centre square and then inside 50 go the Hawks again. DUNSTALL, I should say, should have hung on to that but couldn't. Nice forward pressure though from the Rat Platten. Oh, he got crunched a couple of times. And the umpire's going to ball it up just inside 50 punt road end.
He must come off the ground very sore, Johnny Platten. In and under the whole game, been absolutely smashed.
Ball up here. Umpire Brian Sheen and Carey in charge. Schultz again.
Busey
receives the
just wants
free
to
here
fight
and
everyone.
back.
Busey and Buddha, they did go the man a bit early.
Kicks out wide to the northern wing. Up goes Burke. Couldn't hold the mark. Dippietta. Minico come bursting through. Knocked it. Flick out. Platten skips around one. Right on the logo. Long ball. Dunstan underneath this. Here comes Brereton. Over the top when Hocking. Spills to Curran. Curran gathers. Right foot kick around the body. Got another one.
Jeepers.
Hawthorn have got 5 in a row. Curran's got a couple. 5-2-32. Geelong 1 straight on the Simply Energy scoreboard.
And Johnny Platten, he starts that, just his hardness, gets the ball in quickly. You kick the ball long, you've got Brereton and DUNSTALL. Where's it going to go? They're either going to mark it or it's going to be front and square. Curran knew exactly where to run, and in the end it was an easy goal.
Alarm bells for the Cats, you would think. It's been all
straight.
Hawthorn, but I don't think we'll panic yet.
5 straight.
No panic stations yet.
Out of the middle. Nicely done, Couch. Yates. Here comes the Preslindner.
Good, Bruce.
Long ball to half forward. Where's Brownless? Oh, again behind. And no impact. Front and centre, Cameron. Swings on goal, Cameron, but has pulled it badly to the left. That might just fall inside.
We do
the
know,
field
look,
of play.
not a great start by the Cats, but one thing we know, this team can score quickly. They have that ability. Last time these sides met, it was a massive shootout. Cats not out of it.
They're shell-shocked at the moment.
They are.
Yeah, they're going the man rather than the ball.
It's all going one way. Ablett tried to take it out of the ruck. He might do that later in the game to great effect as Yates picks it up. Gives it off to Besto. High one forward. Brownless somewhere. Oh no. Oh, then he's just latched
Given
onto
away a
someone.
free.
Buddha has kicked a goal that's not going to be allowed because Brownless, with no discipline, gave away a free kick.
Oh, they've just gone the
What's
man.
our sponsor for... Well, let's have a look at this replay. I'm not sure about
Boss
that.
Tools replay screen.
Boss Tools.
Oh, the feathers
They
are
still
already
with
going
us.
back.
They've been... Look at the mullet.
Brownless looks like he's a class level or two off this game at the moment.
Might have go away 50 too.
Where's
Chad's
he
got
at?
it centre back.
That was 15 metres back there.
Brownless
That was a
again
long
having a shocking first quarter here at the moment. Here comes Dipper, bursts through, trucks the tackle, an old wobbler into DUNSTALL, which he's not happy about. And it goes over the line out of bounds, but they've got it deep at the punt road end again in an attacking position. They've kicked 5 in a row. Malcolm Blight on the screen there up in the box.
Boss Tools.
Cool.
Brereton going to do a little bit of the ruck work. No, he leaves it for Curran. Out the back, Pritchard got it right foot snap, missed. So a minor score in the end. So 5-3-33 the Hawks. Geelong 1 straight 6.
Full ownership of this game at the moment, the Hawks. The Cats, when they go forward, really only got the one option.
Someone else, at least he's competitive. Bring it to the ground.
Shoves it wide to the front. Look at Couch go to work. What a superstar, the Brownlow medalist. To half forward with a long ball. Out comes Ablett. Thank God he's out there. Look at the wheels on Ablett. Anderson came in on him, and now McGuinness.
I reckon Anderson knew he was coming.
Mark Boss. In fact, it wasn't Mark Boss. In fact, it was Mark Boss. The football went out of play. Throw in out of side.
When he started pumping the arms and the legs like that, Gaz, he knew he was going very quick.
He's not running back to full forward though.
No.
He's cooked.
Scotty McGuinness, big job on the superstar that is Gary Ablett. Ball in to the back. A little fumble allows Hocking in. Nice handball. They'll go inside 50 here. The Cats. Where's Brownless? Here he is. One out. Oh, look at Fat.
What a grab.
Fat Brownless sat on his head and took a very nice one-off mark.
It's not a bad grab.
That's a great grab.
Can't remember that.
All right, Fat. This is your moment. What's going through your stupid head now?
Kick the bloody goal, Dopey, where he needs one.
For the Cats, second after a very nice contested mark, Bill Brownless has...
Put it in your book, Jim.
Oh, just put your glasses down. Got his first of the afternoon, Brownless. Nice mark and goal, and necessary as well. So it is 2 straight Cats, 5-3 Hawthorn. Triple M Simply Energy scoreboard.
Well, that's just good for the young man's confidence, isn't it? Because he's got his hands to a lot of the ball today already. But that is a really nice mark. Well-timed leap good grab, and more importantly, good finish.
So game number 62 for Brownlow, so it's about time he delivered.
And how good his preparation has been this final series.
Well, he gets the first here. Fairly late. We've had 7 goals already kicked in the quarter. You get the feeling this is going to be a high-scoring affair. Out of the middle, Condon slipped over at the crucial moment. Got a dribble along the ground. There's a fight off the ball here. Brereton Hawking's gone after him, and Brereton's got the free.
Undisciplined by the Cats again. Gone the man.
They really have gone the man here in the first quarter, the Cats. Brereton sold the long kick and went short. Did well, found Anderson. So Anderson, still a long way out from the punt road goal, launches the ball towards Dunstall. Got the lead. Dunstall sets himself. Did well in front, Boss. Pritchard picked it up. Handball out. Cats have got it their away. Linda through centre half back.
Pumps a long one to the wing, but it bounces straight for Chris Mew. He's not aware of it yet, but his name's going to become rhyming slang pretty much forevermore. Contested ball inside the centre square. Well done, Couch. Controlled it beautifully. Got it out the back to Toby Bairstow. Feigned a bit of a handball. Candy should have given it off to Gaz. Turnover and the Hawks are away.
They are indeed off half back again. As it was with a high ball. Up they fly. No winner in the air. Boss knocked it to ground. Condon was there. Burke socketed it off out the ground. BUCKENARA sprinting after this. I don't think he's touched it yet, Ash, has he? Got driven into the ground here by Linda. Probably get a free.
Only one possession, BT, Red said.
Who's had him? Who's been good for the Hawks?
Yeah, Pritchard's been good with 7 touches, and Kennedy, he's racked up 5.
So BUCKENARA, Malacalistry, he hasn't touched it either. BUCKENARA, high ball towards Brereton. He can't do much. Got broken ribs, I reckon. Not moving very well at all. It spills here once again to Curran. He takes a bounce. 2 inside 50. Could have given it to Dipper. Went himself and missed. Oh boy, the first sign of some selfish play there by the Hawks. And 34 plays 12. Hawthorn in charge.
That's it.
Michael Tuck just gets better with age, doesn't he? What a great player. I do get the feeling, though, in the future there might be a couple of players that reach a big figure in terms of games.
Handball from Schultz.
Still 8 minutes left in the quarter, JB.
I know, it's amazing.
It's a long.
Oh, Curran missing there with some selfishness and the sparkle in his eye. Fee Curran in the stands, disgusted. They haven't met yet. It's a ball in, Brereton, and also Hocking. It's Steve. Clearing kick from the Cats to the wing, and nice mark taken by Condon. And then a squaring ball for Dipper. Couldn't hang on. Centre half forward. Couch. Just avoided a steam train coming the other way. Dipper Domenico, top of the square. Free kick. Dipper might have been upended, I reckon. It's coming back to Dipper at centre half forward.
Peter Carey, the umpire.
Who was this? This one Buddha, or was it Busey here later? Buddha.
Buddha again.
Not much in it.
Just clubbed him in the head.
Oh, not much in it.
Yeah, undisciplined again. The Cats. That's been the theme of this first quarter.
I think Blythe will have a chat to him about that at quarter time.
Well, it all started with Yates on Dermy.
Long range shot here from Dipper. Got good purchase on the nurry. What about that kick? Superb set shot goal from Dipper Domenico. Number 6 on the board for the Hawks, 6-4-40. Geelong a long way back in this game, 2 straight 12. Simply Energy scoreboard.
Good kick that from Dipper outside 50. Lovely kick. Not sure about the free kick. Umpires paying a lot downfield.
Well, that wasn't downfield. That was paid where he got clubbed.
Need something here, the Cats.
Back in the middle we go. Down here, little handball out the back door to Bruns. Didn't get to him. Dippy Domenico out of the middle. Little handball, got it over the top here to Dia. He launched a big ball inside 50. Cleared the heads of the Cats, although Darcy attacked it brilliantly in front of Dunstall. Did well. Long centering ball. Burke's taken the mark just forward of the centre circle. Now there's a big chance here for the Cats to attack. They go wide. They forgot about going direct to Ablett. Spills to Bruns. Dippy Domenico's got him. Bruns let go of the footy. Should have been dropping the footy.
Good call there, Brian. Why wouldn't he go to Ablett or Brownless?
He's had a good couple of minutes, Dipper.
Go to a little short, little dwarf like Bruns.
He's got to go down the middle. Bit of why he's going wide, I don't know.
Why wouldn't he go to Ablett or Brownless?
Got the tall towers there. Go to them. They're on fire at the minute.
Boy,
frustrating.
That's Bill talking about himself. There's the ball up.
Did I do that?
On the wing. Scott trying to burst his way through, was unable to do so. Couch is playing a very nice game of football. Robert Scott doesn't quite know it yet either, but he might be dry in a premiership sense here. But he'll get some joy later on. Here comes Crunched in, Deputy Medico. Right into his rib cage there, Gazza.
Oh, well, Dipper's been on fire. 5 disposals and a goal, and Gazza thought, I'm going to hurt you.
Jeez, he made him earn that.
He was open, wasn't he?
He was. Condon went and found it. That's courage there from Dipper.
Yep.
Punctured lung stuff.
Handball into the corridor. Free kick has been, well, certainly a whistle. Hard to tell. Well, it's coming back to Johnny the Rat Platten on the wing.
What are the free kicks at the minute, Ash?
Free kicks are 8-4 Hawthorn's way, Red said.
We'd go to Dr. Ryan White, but we haven't actually employed him yet.
And he would have forgot to turn up tonight.
Yeah, he's still at St Kilda.
He's got gout.
Trying to get Spud to think straight.
He's
Ball
early
comes to
signs of
Dunstall.
gout.
Handball, look at Curran. Or Buckenara, either one. They can raffle it. Another one for the Hawks.
Wow,
Buckenara, that's 7 in the quarter, Hawthorn. 7-4-46 to 2 straight 12. Even amidst the most frenetic grand final of all time, we're still finding room to stuff us around in the costume. It is a brilliant game of football. This 7-4 to 2 straight, Simply Energy scoreboard.
Just goes to show you what sort of player Dunstall is. Very unselfish. Look, Gary Ablett, freak of a player, unbelievable. But you can see him having shots from the boundary. Dunstall gives the handball into the goal square.
Oh, Couch almost had his head taken off then. He's got the free.
Cats get a free kick. There's the Bronx cheers.
Yeah, tell you what, there's been some sniping going on here in the first quarter. He goes wide, looked for Bruns, backing back, couldn't get it. Condon over the top. Anderson, it might have been, it was. Gathered possession, back inside. The run here of McGuinness playing on Ablett. Centering ball, good-looking kick it was. They'll want to get going here as Condon's got it. The Hawks still got a little bit of time left here. Condon wide, Buckenara over the top of him was the Pres Linda.
Got to present fat. Don't just criticise him for going to Bruns. There's got to be some presentation. High ball to the square here for the Hawks. Brereton parked under it. Look at the mitts on Brereton.
Good grab.
Superb hands from the kid. And this will be his second in the quarter too. 8-goal first term in the granny coming up for the Hawks.
It is baffling why the Cats have gone to Bruns on a couple of occasions going forward.
You just hope it's not like last year's grand final when Hawthorn won by 96 points.
Why haven't they put the 8s on Brereton deep?
Good question.
Yeah, that would have been the move, wouldn't it?
Here we go. Smashes it home. Knows all about grand final day, does Dermy Brereton. Ash, I know you won't know it yet, but it'll end up being a 5-time day, 5-time night premiership superstar. And he does perform on the big stage.
Inside 50s, Ash, in this first quarter.
Yeah, inside 50s are 15-8 Hawthorn's way, and this is the equal highest quarter-time score at this stage ever in a grand final.
Equal highest?
Yeah, at present.
I want to know what the crowd's doing here too, Bristol, our man.
About 94, 95, 94 and a half, 94.7, somewhere there.
Not up around the 100, Bristol.
Do you go down after the game and roam around? There's something, might be something in that if you go down after the game, Brian.
Not going to get the 100 today, Bill. 94 and a half, yes. We'll go and have a little waltz around afterwards.
That'd be good, I reckon.
Go down there, Mickey Roberts style. Ball up here. Burke knocked down. Dipper.
Oh, doesn't look fit, Dipper.
Trying to get it. Gee, looks like he's sucking in the air, doesn't he? He's using double the oxygen he normally would, Dipper, and they're big lungs. Now he's lost his boot, so it's been a bad couple of minutes for him. Back in the middle. Gee, time must be ticking down now. They don't often get the clock up these days. Little handball there comes out. Opportunity, Scott. Picked off the handball, Couch. Had a poor first quarter, Couchy. Spills to Burke. Couldn't gather. Boss. How many's he had, Couch?
4 touches beat.
Yeah, that's not enough. Spills to Ayres in a grand final. Ayres to Buckenara this way, that away. Handball to Condon over the top. He looped, he's one over the top. Curran ran into a brick wall there. Brereton there as well. Geelong. They clean up Boss at half back.
Mark Boss might just win a best and fairest and then just go back to the farm, Bossy. You never know.
Maybe 2 in a row, Jim.
As free kick's been picked out on the wing out of side.
Hocking's been the quiet one, Two-Man. What's he had?
He's only had 3 disposals for Red Zed.
And given away 2 or 3 free kicks as well.
He has.
Gary Ayres. Speaking about men that can perform on the big stage.
Gee, last time they met, Geelong kicked 8-4 in the first quarter. Well, guess what? Hawthorn are 8-4 in this quarter.
That's it, Bristol.
Amazing coincidence.
That's it. High-scoring encounters when these two come together. Ayres just thumps a high one to centre half forward. One out, Brereton. Couldn't get hands to the Dunstall, I should say. Couldn't get hands to the ball. It was thumped away from him. There's Couch. Bairstow run down by Tuck. Couldn't quite get the handball away. Hawks are going to go inside again. Whitman sprays the kick. Boss, the man we were just talking about, kept it in front of him pretty nicely. And then Busey, the rat, got away from the tackler. And on the left, nicely gets it into the hands of Couch.
Couch at half-back, just slowing things down here a little. Sliding it down the line, high footy again. Good ball it is. Goes straight to Burke. Should have been given the mark. Tuck interfered with him. Should have got a free. How he didn't, I don't know. Condon sprints away from the half-back line though, delivering to BUCKENARA. Went the slip catch. Oh, he's ended up in the concrete drain. Bucky, gee, they don't whinge about it, do they? Head on into the concrete drain and
straight back up.
No issue at all.
Out in the full, Brian. It was a lovely gully catch, wasn't it?
It was magnificent. Ball, long ball, big pack of players, spills to ground, picked up by Couch. Left foot around the corner, starting to come into the game now, and that one dribbles inside.
I just ran past him.
Ran past and he was the decoy for Ablett. Ablett said, you run past him because I'm just behind you. And he did everything that Gaz asked.
I think it was a line
out of bounds.
You couldn't see it, but it
ran past the ball fat.
You can't see it from up here, but it bounced at right angles.
Did it? Yeah. That's what happened, yeah.
Because the ground's very hard out here, boys.
Righto. Hocking went to ground, trapped the footy, slapped it into the path of Scott. Kick just partially smothered. There's Brownless putting some body heat on, but not much. And the ball out.
Gee, they don't give it off to guys in better position.
There was one there. Could have given it off. Ablett earlier on.
So we're nearly at quarter time. And the Hawks have a big lead in this game. 15 seconds left. It's a 40-point lead.
Stoneham had a kick this quarter.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Yeah, Barry Stone and Red said just the one handball, Billy.
We're going to a new joint in town. It's called
Siren.
Booked out.
8-4-52 Hawthorn. Geelong 2 straight 12. Been really ordinary, the Cats. Sort of haven't even turned up yet. And the man wearing 16 in their forward half, we need to ask some severe questions of. In fact, we can do it right now because he's sitting here. Fat. Something.
Tough game. So the tough boys were out to play, so he might have hid for a while.
Just wait till the heat comes off.
No, let me tell you, what were the inside 50s, interesting enough, because dominated by Hawthorn and all their midfielders were on fire.
18-9, Hawthorn's Wayne Condon leading ball winner on the ground with 10 disposals.
All right, 40-point lead for the Hawks, if you don't mind. 40 points at quarter time in the grand final. Where's this one headed when we come back, BT? We'll pick it up with Wayne Carey, Bill Brownless and Ash Stewart.
Little umpire Brian Sheehan puts it on the turf in the middle. Dia knocks it down. Tuck there as well. Spills to Brun. So this is a good start for the Cats. Immediately to centre half forward. Yates here again. Picked up by Ablett. Oh, look at that. He handballed to himself. He's that good. He handballed himself. Picked up by Stoneham. Stoneham turns Ayres inside out. Fires it. Goal. Got it. What a start. This had been missed. Good Brownless in the goal square. Couldn't make it happen with Langford.
Probably should have marked that.
Probably just get rid of him and mark the ball, Bill.
I would have thought just being unselfish and let it through. The only unselfish bloke up there at the minute.
2-1, 8-4. Look how red that pill is. Jeez, that's a bright red, Sharon. Long thumping kick, Langford. A good mark taken by Yates, the enforcer. Go back inside 50. Where's Brownless? Ablett parked under the ball, thumped away from him. Here comes Brownless. Draws some heat and then just sort of taps it into the path of a Hawthorn player in Condon. Steps out defensive 50. Kicks it wide. Bruns, nicely done.
Yeah, good courage by Bruns. Knew the heat was coming, kept his eye on the footy.
And he'll go back to half forward with a long one. Numbers again with the Hawks, and the free kick's going to go to Collins, not sure what for.
39-point lead here to the Hawks.
They've had the free kick run here. The Hawks.
Early stages, second quarter. Kick out wide. Adipia Domenico is out of bounds on the full. So the Cats have had it in their forward half for all of this second quarter, which is a minute long. Lindner goes in there, looking for and finding an opportunity with Big Flanagan. And Flanagan's taken the mark right on 50.
Started on the bench, has come on now. Big dasher from Catamatite.
Where's that, Bill?
Just out of Shepparton there.
It's like he'd fancy himself after hours to be a big dash.
So Flanagan's got rather large thigh pads on. High ball, didn't get the journey. Stoneham from the side. And Stoneham has taken the mark, much to the delight of the Cats fans.
Well, he had
about 5 metres out.
Only had the one handball in the first term, so needed to lift, did Stoneham, and has done. Good start to this quarter. That was a very good mark.
He's been brought around on the angle here, Barry Stoneham.
Thought it was me.
Brownless was
claiming his own mark.
Sort of there, but wasn't. Now, this is point-blank range here. Stoneham kicks at goal. Has he got it?
Yeah.
Gee, this is tight. It's tight, Bill.
No, it was over the mark, so he gets another shot.
And he gets another shot. Why?
Man ran over the mark.
Chris Mew ran over the mark.
I reckon he missed the goal as well.
He did.
I reckon he missed it. Now Chris Mew is going to be actually on the goal line and Stoneham's directly in front. So this is the start they were hoping for, the Cats.
One of the boys from St Joey's. I reckon there's 3 players in this Geelong side.
Look at this, we can't get the ball back. I don't know why they don't have extra balls in a bag behind the goals.
Good idea.
That'll come later, I reckon.
I've been calling for it for years.
So should it be
And have a look
directly
at
in
this.
front?
He's still on the angle. Why isn't he directly in front if the man on the mark's standing right in the middle of the goals?
Good questions.
Work that out. So Stoneham comes in, 2 metres out, kicks the goal. Cats, good start in the second.
With all the inside 50s, haven't they, this quarter, Ash? And they needed to just get some scoreboard pressure.
Full zip Geelong's way in this term inside 50s.
That's a good long kick, though, by Big Flanagan to the top of the goal square. And Stoneham just gets a nice, good run at the footy. Chris Mew, well, I think he might have been tripped or something. Brownless was in the contest, but really ran under it.
Under the ball.
Johnny Platten saw down on the boundary here, boys. Doesn't look good at all. Looks like concussion to me.
I think he's down there with Doc Peter Wilson, who actually did my shoulder that
my
year.
knee.
He's a big fella here.
I think he might operate on me a couple of times, that Doc.
There he is himself, Dermot Brereton. Not happy that the play's at the other end and therefore the cameras are also at the other end. Good start to the second term here for the Cats. Flanagan thumped it forward. Hughes ran onto it with Dash. Got to half forward. Long ball. Where's Ablett? Ablett! Absolutely magnificent one-handed pluck in the pocket. The superstar just starting to wind up.
Yeah, they've got to make a move already, JB, I reckon. They're going to start to get ball more inside 50.
It's a great grab. Look at this. Over the back. One-handed.
Yeah, it's a concern.
Mate.
No doubt he kicks this fat. No doubt at all.
Shelling
the old
piece.
banana. Through she goes. Gazza gets his second.
2 in a row.
Starting to move the Cats. 4-1. Plays 8-4. Triple M. I was going to say Simply Energy Bristol, but it's not. Beaumont Tiles scoreboard.
He's been in pretty good form, hasn't he, Gazza? He's shown some really good signs early on. A couple of times he probably could have handballed over the top, but great work from young Busey. The rat out of the middle, and that's a fine mark, and nice little banana around the corner.
But if you get the ball into a one-on-one with Ablett, you can just see that McGuinness is going to have real trouble.
So it's back to a 27-point margin here.
Put Langford on
from 40.
They should put Langford on him, take him off.
There's Schultz trying to do the thing, fell over his own fingers. Ball to the top of the square, BUCKENARA, big mark in front of Lindner.
Schultz kicked it backwards.
No, it was David Cameron, I reckon,
Cameron
was it?
kicked it backwards to BUCKENARA.
Sure what that was about.
So BUCKENARA will line up directly in front, 20 metres out, already has a goal, Bucky, and this just on the back of Geelong's little mini comeback here. This could just halt that.
He's a beautiful kicker goal.
Gary BUCKENARA, the boy out of Western Australia, directly in front goal. Hawks got their first of the second quarter here now. BUCKENARA kicks number 9. He's got 2. 9-4-58. Geelong 4-1-25.
Played for Subiaco, I think, Bristol, in the Waffle. So used to wearing these really ugly colours.
13 goals kicked already. Let's have a look at it here. The replay here was David Cameron. Not sure where he was going. Went backwards, as Duck said. And BUCKENARA's at the top of the square. Shane Hamilton ready to come on, old hammer.
That was their first inside 50 for the Hawks. So very efficient.
Little one from Anderson sideways. Kennedy. Long ball inside 50. Brereton. Oh, he's a superstar, this man.
Dominating that.
Much and all as we hate to say it, because he knows it about himself, and really for the next 30 years has never stopped telling us about it, but by Christ, he can play footy. This is a beautiful contested mark for the kid.
Yeah, Hocking's not the right matchup for him either.
Yates was the one. Still got that picture in his bedroom of himself.
Yes, the Archibald painted massive of his head, and then he's got it over the bed of the the guest bedroom in his joint, and then he's pulled that badly to the left, Dermot. That's just a behind. So, given that he actually clinically died in the first term, he's playing very nice football. 9-5 to 4-1. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard. Hawks still in control.
Will we see him move back out the half-forward line, or is he that sore that he just can't?
He's that sore. Arguably one of the great centre-half forwards of all time. I get the feeling he might lose that mantle later on, though.
Yeah. You just never know who can come along.
Jonathan Brown is a young kid down Warrnambool way, they tell me.
He could be he could be a very big player. He's a good young junior, Bill.
Also a young boy called Chris Grant. I think the Dogs have got their eye on who goes all right.
Daylesford way, yeah, you're right.
Stoneham Mark kicking into Hocking, got whacked from behind to put a Hocking. Look at Ayres, it wasn't Ayres, it was Tuck came through. Million miles an hour, Morrissey out in front, couldn't mark it. Off hands, front and centre. Bruns, horrible little wispy type kicks. Spills to Scott. Scott got the handball back to Linda. He really got a dose of, I think I'm going to get hurt here, so I'll fumble it. BUCKENARA, the paddle out ball to Anderson. Anderson down to Curran. Curran with a handball. Good linking play here from the Hawks. Handball comes over the top. Going to run into an open goal. An opportunity for Whitman, and Whitman has missed.
Brother
He has missed. That was the play of the day from the Hawks from one end to the other.
Should have kicked the goal.
Fumble
from Brucey Lindner.
Come on, Prez.
He's been okay, by the way. He's been
too concerned about the overcoat he's going to wear at the nightclub later.
We've already booked into a joint.
Timmy Darcy. Wife Frosty used to distribute the Oakley Sunnies.
Yep. Still got it.
Still got it. Wide he goes. Oh! BUCKENARA with a massive fly, but couldn't hang on. Through the legs of Bruns. The freak Morrissey went to ground. Curran's been good. High ball inside 50. DUNSTALL at the back, couldn't hang on. Well done, Hocking. Controlled it pretty well to Buse. Look at the forward pressure from DUNSTALL supreme. Brereton comes in, picks it up, and kicks a goal.
Go back to Jason DUNSTALL and pat him on the back. Umpires might go upstairs here.
No, it's the sausage. Superb forward pressure when no one even knew about it from Jason DUNSTALL.
Yeah, exactly right.
And comes from a rugby background, as we know, Jason DUNSTALL, from Queensland. So very, very good tackle. Grew up playing rugby. Just watch the hips. Brilliant tackle, caused a goal. And you're right, Brereton didn't even go up to DUNSTALL and say thank you, just jog back.
He looks like it could be hard to get on with DUNSTALL. He's that sort of bloke. He's got a very sort of strange appeal.
Mannerism.
People aren't going to him even when he does good stuff.
I get the feeling that hair's not going to be there forever either.
Yeah, you're just not sure about this guy, but he's a good player. But goodness gracious me, he's just got a strange demeanour about him. In the meantime, Couch, he's able to move away from any contact there. Oh boy, look at that. That was Deere went through with one hand. He was worried about the contact as well. Tuck, kick out wide. Kennedy, bad bounce. Bounced straight back over his head. Spills on this occasion to Cameron. Gave the handball to Lindner. Lindner was pulled off the balls. He went to kick it. Tuck tried to gather the ball ground level. Got it. Stoneham cleaned him up. Little handball by Bairstow. Got it out there looking for Hamilton. Hamilton gathers inside. There's Ablett on the lead. Strong Dukes out in front. Ablett is marked. 35 metres out on the 45-degree angle. He'll line up for his third goal. Single-handedly keeping him in the game at the moment, Ablett.
Yeah, me and him, the only two to kick to up there.
Ablett and Brownless, the dynamic duo.
Look at
that, straight through the eye. Diddle. He's got three, Ablett. 5-1-31, Hawthorn 10-6, 66. 5 disposals, 4 marks, 3 goals for Gary Ablett.
Oh, thank Christ he's up there, because there's not a lot else that's working for him forward of the ball.
Scoreboard slow here today, but lovely pass. Shane Hamilton started on the bench also. Come on, that's just a nice kick around the corner. Now, that's strong, as you said before, Duck. Running at full pace. Mark and finish.
Red said Hocking had 31 touches last week, 2 goals, only 3 possessions to date.
Well, how many blokes he belted?
Deere forward. Cameron came off the line. It gets past Ayres. Where's Brownless?
2.
Unable to get in. He came in and laid a body lick on Brown.
Go back to that.
High ball forward. Hughes at the back. Collins at the front. And ball out of play.
Gary Ayres is down behind play. He's been polarised.
Just watch for Ablett. Just watch for Ablett here. He's on the move.
Brownless actually made contact with another footballer.
Watch for Ablett.
Just there. All right, what happens here? Ball in. Where's Ablett? Takes possession. The snap is good.
Oh, look at that.
This man is starting to rip this one to shreds. Gary Ablett got his third in the quarter, his fourth in the game. Duck saw it before it even happened.
Well done.
Amazing work from him. 11 now. 10-6 are the Hawks and 6-1 Geelong on the Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
He loves doing that, Ablett. Boundary throw-ins, loves just coming from behind. That's brilliant. McGuinness has got to be better than that. I've already said, Bill.
Yeah.
That's 4 goals now for Ablett. 6 disposals, 4 marks, 4
Back in the
goals.
middle. We don't muck around here. They get on with it.
That's it.
Boy, they take a long time sometimes, but Linda's taken the mark back of the centre circle. So they're coming the Cats. They kicked 4 goals to 2 in the quarter. Linda, little Chisler, horrible ball to Couch. Tuck, able to get hold of the footy, bring it to the ground. Got the numbers here at half back though. This might be Malacallis. Gee, Ash, how many's he had today?
First touch.
Just the first touch coming deep into the second quarter. Oh boy, Malacallis. Brownless just completely muscled out of the way. He just looked like a step ladder then Brownless. Up over the top it comes. Spills to Boss. Put his head over it, won it. Went to kick it, didn't make contact. Spills to Morrissey. Starting to hot up the game. The Cats are coming. Can they stop the Hawks scoring here? Here's Darcy. Did well. Dunstall chase. Got the handball away. Over the line and out of bounds in front of the MCC members.
Just got to be stronger under the footy. 16, doesn't he?
He's kicked 22 goals in this final series, Gary Ablett.
Well, I wasn't talking about him.
Oh, I was.
Down by Curran.
22 goals. That's a good final series, eh?
When you're parked under the long ball, Duck, you'll find this in the future. You just got to stand strong, don't you?
Yeah, well, you can't get pushed under it.
It's
Bobby Hawke there, yeah. Here's the Prime Minister, Bill.
Prime Minister.
Be having a few frothies.
Yeah. Little handball was good to Malacallis, and now Steve Hocking can exit. Just held up in a tackle. Hocking, the physicality coming from the Hawks. Might be a free kick here. And it's going to Hamilton. Has a bounce out of side, and then the raking kick to half forward.
Good kick.
There's he just got us out on his arse, Brownless. After a nice pick. Absolutely deposited into the turf.
What about the pickup off the ground?
What happened there?
Brownless was coat hanging. He had a body coat hanger, Brownless, and he went down like a bag.
Didn't he?
I'll tell you what, he's bounced back up.
Up over the top we go with the ruck. Here's Brereton trying to throw his weight around in there. Got cleaned up early in the game. Dippy Dominico, I haven't seen much of him. Has he gone off the ground?
Oh, he's sore. He's been very sore. He got collected in that first quarter, remember, Brian?
Yeah, well, he played a good first quarter.
Yeah, him. Also,
seen much of him since.
So Ablett got him.
And Dermott. 3 sore boys there for the Hawks.
Dermott doing the ruck work. Tuck peeled off the handball, gave a little one to Anderson. Anderson high ball into Dunstall, ran underneath it. Darcy. Dunstall kept it alive in the Harms pocket. Spills to Morrissey. I reckon that was in the same spot as Wayne Harms. It looked as far out of bounds. And the umpire, thank goodness, this time he got it right. You couldn't let that happen in the same pocket twice. And we'll have a boundary throw in deep in the Hawk attack zone.
Paul Bristol. 10-6, 6-1. Hawks still some nice control in this game, but the Cats are just coming, lurking. Curran to the back, picked up by Pritchard, goes with an outside of the boot banana ball, and it does a little too much in the air and misses near side. So 10-7, 67 to 6-1, 37. Triple M Beaumont Tile scoreboard. Darcy to bring it back in.
16 goals already. It's still got, 5 minutes before half time?
Oh, longer than that.
Oh, no, 12 minutes.
Long ball looking for the Prez. It's busted out of his hands. Couch, thumping handball. Beautiful handball to Hamilton. Hamilton runs to 50. Looking for Ablett. Why wouldn't you? Oh, should have hung on, Gaz. Now he's got Langford for company.
Yep.
So no excuses for Brownless anymore as it's thumped out of there by the Hawks.
It is, and goes on the head of Anderson, and Dipper, here he is. Is this his first touch for the second quarter, Ash?
First touch in this quarter, had 9 in the first.
Red Z lending. Dippy Dominico from one wing across the ground, looking for and not finding Curran. Spills, Yates got it, he was tackled, stripped away. Handball comes to the big fella here, Flanagan. Flanagan short ball. Gee, Hamilton's given them a little bit in the second quarter. Hasn't he? A little bit of run. Left foot around the corner, Spills to Buse. Gathers, has a ping. The rat got it. Buse kicks the goal. Cats are back in business. 5 goals to 2 in this quarter. It's 67-43.
Not under the rat, he's been very good today also. Hamilton this quarter, please, because he's come off the bench. He's been very good.
He's had 5 touches in this quarter, leading ball winner for the Cats.
He's got a bit of class about him, young Hamilton, hasn't he?
Boy from St Arden.
And Brownless, please, Ash.
Brownless for Red Z Lending, JB. 1 kick, 1 mark, 1 major.
What about the one
and a knock on?
1 kick, Fat. We're halfway through the second term of a grand final.
Well, he's a decoy, we know that.
Bouncing inside, forward 50 here for the Hawks. Slap on to Pritchard was very nice from Dunstall, but it misses the Pritchard snap to the near side, just to behind. 10-8, 68, 7-1, 43.
Condon was prolific for the Hawks in the first quarter with 10 disposals. In this second, only had the 2, so they've cut him out of the game.
So Yates from full-back. The villain here today.
Big He's been all right since he's come on. Big Flanagan.
Just copped another one.
Yeah, he was throwing his elbows around Flanagan and he hit Dipper in the head, and the umpire said, "Don't do that again." He said, "Okay." Thanks for that.
You're allowed to do that, just a couple.
Okay.
You can have a couple. We'll give you a warning for the elbows, and then you can just tidy them up a bit.
You got to like that, don't you? The good old days.
He hit him in the head with his elbow, and he said, "Don't do that again."
Don't do that again.
It's taken by the Hawks here on centre wing, southern stand side of the ground. Gee, I tell you what, they need to get rid of that asbestos out of the roof on the southern stand side. Here's Curran, gathers the footy, little handball. Pritchard had his head over the ball.
That's fair enough.
Yates got him fair in the head. Gee, they're going to do something about that rule in the future. He knew he paralysed him.
Hamilton, high but long and wide. Here's Brownless. It just bounces straight out of his hands and out of play.
What about that hit?
It was a head-on hit by Mark Yates again. It was
just head over it. He gets absolutely poleaxed and play on.
Brownless now to do some ruck work against Deer.
Oh, he won that. Put that down.
To the front, and then Buckenara. Brownless might have just belted Buckenara.
And he's down. Buckenara.
Let's have a look at the replay here.
No, don't look at the replay.
To see if is it the bunny chop?
Please don't do the replay.
Bunny chop. Oh, he's given him a bunny chop on top of his head. As pathetic a blow as you've ever seen from a man.
That was a wrist chop.
He wondered what he was going to do, Brownless, and in the end it was just a head, a frontal low
he
bunny
went
chop.
in with great intention, but he came out with no intention.
That's just as pathetic as you'll see from any man on grand final day. Hamilton runs off.
Oh, that's bizarre. That is bizarre. Brownless has come in thinking, I can kill someone here, and he's got the fist cocked and it's ready to go. And just as he got to the contact point, he just let the wrist go and just clocked him, grandma style. Oh, boy.
It was like a little crusty, wasn't it?
Oh, the Bosch Tools replay.
Come on.
Oh, boy.
Where's he gone, Brownless?
He hasn't had many touches, Ash. Langford in this game so far.
Langford, Red Z, only 3 touches.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, Ash. Yep. There's an opportunity now for Condon. Spun out of trouble. Knocked down to Ablett. They're starting to gather momentum here. The Cats. Here's Bairstow, ducked under one tackle, went high. Here they come again. Up went Brownless, come in from the side. Couldn't get it again. Couldn't apply the good enough tackle here. The Brownless. Here comes Ablett. Ducked his head. Got the handle out to Buse. 45 metres out. Buse to the punt road in. High ball. Couch over the top. Couldn't mark it off. And Minor score. 7-2. 44. Nice. The Cats, Hawthorn 10-8, 68.
I miss anything? I just got back.
On the triple and
have a look at these boys. Have a look at the replay here.
Look, front and centre, Brownless.
Brownless fell over his own feet.
You fell over your own feet.
But it's actually a goal if we have a look at the replay. And the umpire's given that a point.
Was it?
We haven't seen
it came
that.
off your foot.
Yeah, exactly.
It did.
Looking at the Bosch Tools replay.
As I tripped over.
Kennedy wide. Hamilton through Camelin. Little handball to himself.
Yes.
50 from home. And around the body, the Prayers. About 4-on-1 Hawthorn style, and it was Scott McGuinness took a nice mark in the end.
Building all right here, the Cats. And just get another one before half-time would be nice.
So Scott McGuinness.
It's a monumental effort for them to get back into it, isn't it?
It is. They're a long, long way back in the game. Collins out of side. Much more free-flowing, though. Much more attacking the footy in this era. Buckenara slapped it onto Tuck. Tuck has a bounce down the Great Southern Stand wing, even though the Great Southern Stand hasn't been built yet. Over the top of Brereton and also Yates, and the ball out of play. Might be a free, actually, coming back to Brereton.
It is indeed. 24 degrees today, sunny day here in Melbourne. Kicked the DUNSTALL on the lead and worried him out of it on that occasion. Did Darcy over the line and out of bounds, so he's hurt his little finger, Jace, but he was very impressive in the first quarter. Jason Dunstall.
Dunstall and Ablett in a minute, what they've kicked, Ash.
Brereton doing the ruck work. Couch went and got it, surrounded by Hawthorn players. Nalakalis again knocks it. Couch starting to really come in the game, spun out of the pack, got the handball away, picked up by Buckenara, he's nailed from behind. Good tackle, really good tackle. I think it was Linda that got him in the end.
Come on, Umpy.
Umpire Peter Carey comes in, says we'll ball it up. Bruce says to Peter Carey, I got him cold.
He did too.
Not happy.
Geelong crowd not happy either.
Peter Carey says piss off and get on with the game.
Was Pete the one that used to do a bit of verbalisation?
Yes, yeah, he was.
That was a free kick, though, for the Prez, so he's got every right to be a little miffed. Down Brereton to Anderson. In fact, it was Pritchard had it taken out of his hands, and then Dermy went and found it at ground level, and a couple jumped on top of him.
Buddha and Neville Bruns again.
Yeah.
Into it.
Just the exposed ribs of the kid. Brian Sheehan, the other umpire. No Curtis Du Bois in this one, but he'll come later, Bill. Brian's out wide. Oh, there's Buckenara on a couple of disco steps. Got it back, looking for the kid Whitman, but it was taken away from him. Into the centre, away goes Scott. No! Coming at him was Mew, did really well, actually, Chris Mew. Nice tackle laid by Stoneham. Big ball to win centre of the MCG here. Stoneham did brilliantly well. Oh, the Prez got coat hanging.
Couple of big coat hangers we've seen this quarter.
Over the top, Flanagan marks, runs, inside 50, shot at the punt road end. Missed. Horrible kick in the end by Flanagan.
Nice.
Over the line, out of bounds on the full. 7-2-44 Geelong, Hawthorn 10-8-68.
Hard to make something out of that for the Fords, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, very
coming
hard,
in like
Bill.
that.
Try getting on the lead or in the right position, be a good start.
Just present.
McGuinness has been moved to Brownless.
Yeah, he's been
McGuinness,
dangerous.
High footy. If they go hocking in the air, that's Buddha. And we'll have a ball up here. So 55 metres out from the Cats' goal, and starting to just get bogged down a little here now, the Cats.
Buckenara okay, he looked very sore there.
Johnny the Rat Platten actually knocked out. Buckenara, funnily enough, no problems at all.
No, he went down.
After that blow, there's ball in play, and Ayres picked it off, left footer, high to the members' wing. And a nice mark from Boss. In fact, he's going to be played to the man in front, which is Morrissey. That's a nice ball over the top. Pritchard runs on to half forward. He goes centering ball. Brereton just superb. Dunstall superb, and the kick from Pritchard really good.
Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Just centred the ball. Dunstall led straight up the corridor. Superb kick. Looking at the Bosch Tools replay screen, and he doesn't miss these.
Got one. This will be his second, and a nice steadier here for the Hawks. Through it goes. Dunstall with two, and it is 11-8-74. This is with about 5 minutes to go in the second term. They're 11-8, and the Cats are 7-2. Beaumont Tile scoreboard.
Dunstall has 2, Duck, and Ablett 4 for the game so far.
The one thing that we've seen from Dunstall, though, is tackling, his pressure, giving a couple of handballs off for other goals as well. He's actually the complete full forward, Jason Dunstall.
30-point margin, 5.5 minutes left in the first half of footy here. Hawthorn starting to get moving here now like they were in the first. Knock on, spills to Morrissey, handball comes, big opportunity. Whitman got it, had a ping, left foot around a corner, got it. So Hawthorn, consecutive goals for the second time in the quarter. fans ecstatic, and all of a sudden they're back out to 36 points here, the Hawks.
Yeah, it was 40 points at quarter time. Cats got back to about, 3 goals, I reckon, Ash, at one stage here, but then those 2 late goals have really hurt the Cats. And
that's a good goal, that.
Yeah, brother Wits.
Red Z lending. So Gary Hocking only 3 possessions to date, still statless in this second term.
3 touches.
Yep.
Pick up on your point very well made earlier, Bristol. When the other Hawthorn players kick a goal like the brother Witt just then, they get around him from everywhere. But what we've noticed is when the Chief kicks one, there's just no one going anywhere near him. So they realised even back then that he's ordinary as far as a conveyance is concerned, as Sir Kennedy went and found it, shoveled the handball back to Ayres. And there's Tuck. What about those names?
Great names.
Tuck has a bounce down the wing. Long to half forward. Boss and Morrissey takes a pretty good mark. In fact, not paid, slapped it in the DUNSTALL direction, tried to manufacture something off the ground, but that's out in the full.
Haven't called his name much, have we, Morrissey?
Morrissey, 4 touches.
Started on the bench, I think, didn't he, the freak?
Yeah.
So hasn't had a heap of time.
A few blokes have had less than 4, I suppose. Don't go through them, Ash, but big crowd here today.
Yeah, well, it's a big crowd, 94-odd thousand.
Isn't it?
Bill.
You're good with your crowds, Brian.
Yeah. There's Yates. 47th game here in the grand final for Mark Yates. High ball, Flanagan, good mark.
Been all right, Flanagan.
The big fella at half back he immediately with an old wobbler up towards Stoneham, who ran over the top of it. Mew, haven't heard much from Mew, gives it back to Kennedy. Was good in the first quarter. Kennedy went in with the hip and shoulder. He saw Bairstow coming, tried to line him up and missed. And Brereton still looking sore but managing his injuries at the moment here.
Look at the swagger.
What's Bairstow had, by the way? If Hocking's only had 3, what's Bairstow had?
Bairstow, he's only had 4. He's averaging 26 this
so
year.
So you got your 2 best midfielders having 3 and 4 at half time.
So Hocking got the little handball out, speak of the devil. Gee, who was that came through? Cameron, I think it was, that got the hip and shoulder on Condon. Anderson.
In the book.
So whilst Cameron's been reported, when you think of all the things that have gone on in this game, and the hip and shoulder's been reported, we've seen white pointer elbows, we've seen everything, and they've all been apologised for.
That is a good point, Brian.
Probably the softer of all of the incidents.
Georgie Stone, the runner here for Hawthorn, just telling Anderson to, kick it long. So he probably will. Anderson, guess what? He kicks it long. High ball, Dunstan setting himself over the top. Lindner. And Lindner took a good mark from behind.
He's played nicely, the Prez.
He has
He's
the Prez.
13 touches.
Got the real military style hairdo even before it became a thing.
Flat top.
Yeah, gone with a flat top. Thump the handball into Boss. Did pretty well to handle that, actually. Down the line, Flanagan just couldn't hang on. Big ball on the wing. Here comes Couch. Broken up in the air, the handball. Mew around the body. And Anderson also views, and I reckon that was fumbled over the line. No.
The umpires let you have a little bit.
You can have a bit of that back then. Here's a long ball, and there's the Prez again.
He's marking the footy well, isn't he?
Just finished his career a long time after this, Ash, at the Adelaide Footy Club.
He's just a bit light on sometimes.
Free kick there.
What's Brownless doing?
It's a free kick.
Just lying on the ground attempting to thump the ball forward.
I'd like to know the free kicks here.
I wonder if he might do something soon, Brownless.
Probably not.
Ball up. He might have already peaked.
That's it.
Here's Buddha Hocking trying to spin out of trouble. Couch. Every time Couch has got it, he's been tackled. Pritchard, who's played a real cracking game for the Hawks. Through the middle of the ground. Long deep ball. Dunstan, one out there. Dunstall's marked. Completely did Darcy with the Dukes directly in front, 25 metres out.
Well, Tim Darcy's not a fullback. He's a halfback flanker. He's had to play fullback all year.
Just had him cold.
Yeah, just too much strength there.
So looking for his 137th goal of the year. Jason Dunstall in a grand final. Misses. Rare miss for the Dunstall.
That's his 5th mark inside 50, Dunstall.
He should have 4 or 5 already.
Well, he should. He's given a couple away, as Duck said. But that's not a bad effort, is it, Brian? 136 he's got at the minute.
That's a good effort.
Very good year.
Inside the last minute here, Yates to bring it back in. Very entertaining grand final 1989 style. Stuck it wide for Flanagan. Ball bounces out of play eventually. Anderson sees it over. Siren. Half-time of the grand final. Hawthorn 12-9-81. Geelong 7-2-44. A margin, Ash.
Margin, JB, from Ed said 37 points to the Hawks.
Beaumont Tile scoreboard. BT, when you come back, you'll hear from him. Bill Brownless, Wayne Carey, Ash Chua, 89 grand final. Comfortable lead at half-time for the Hawks.
Welcome back to the MCG. Triple M around Australia here at the moment with the 89 grand final, and the Hawthorn have got it all their way at the moment. 40-point leaders at quarter time, 37 here at half time, and we're about to get underway here with the third quarter, JB.
Yep, I'm liking it. We got BT, of course, the big spearhead for Collingwood. We got Duck, who's just emerging as a star forward for North Melbourne.
Never know, he might be a leader there.
Got myself just played in the Shield final for WA against Queensland.
How many did you make?
Didn't make too many.
No, they were a bit quick for him.
They were. Big Carlos Rackerman might have got hold of me. Anyway, we're back out of the middle. Thump forward here by Couch to half forward. Oh, just coming through was Curran, went without the footy. Linden has been good.
Very good.
Thumped it to half forward, a bouncing ball. Ayres in the right spot as he so often is. Left foot tumbler. Straight to Hocking, who again taken in a very strong tuck tackle. Unlucky not to be rewarded. Ayres again. Nice handball on the up from Morrissey. Football stays in via Mark Boss, who did nicely. Got it back to half forward, but a big thump from Tuck. And now a disputed ball on the wing.
It is. There'll be a free kick paid here, though.
Spiro Malakalis, it's straight out of the fish and chip shop down there at Queenscliff.
Oh, yeah, the best. Won the fish and chip shop of Australia, Bill, I think, the Malakalis.
Yep.
One down there in South, myself and Learmouth Street. Lovely little shop it is. Here's an opportunity. Little handball over the top for Whitman. Got it into Morrissey. Morrissey from 35, closing, missed.
I'll tell you what is really evident, the amount of players, we've spoken about it, the aggression of the other team, but the amount of players that seriously go after the body rather than the ball. They want to put people into hospital.
Just been watching the crowd today. Only 21 arrests to half-time. So this is a great result for footy.
21 arrests.
Oh, Yates! Good mark taken by Yates, and then the give on the up was nice to Boss. Where's Brownless? They've renamed him Do Something Brownless. So that was Muse. Nice mark.
Stoneham's the other one. Only 21, Stoneham. He needs to lift. Had a moment in the second term, but
Ash Stewart.
So is Brownless.
We want to know what Brownless and Stoneham have done between them in a half of a grand final. Yates.
Nice. He's been
controlled that nicely.
Very good.
And then that's a nice ball, and there is Stoneham. Ash?
Yeah, Stoneham 7 possessions. Brownless 2 possessions, 1 major, 1 hit out to advantage.
Here is Brownless, and again just getting in his way to the back. Ayres wanted some body heat on Scott, did nicely. The kick across the face isn't great out the full.
So he hasn't played well, Ayres, in this game, I don't reckon. A lot of hype about him.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about him.
I'll tell you what, he was good in the game we played mid-year. They moved him from the back pocket into the middle, and he won the game there.
Starting to work his way into the game here now, Bill, but...
I hope he's not listening, Brian.
No,
David Cameron here.
Cameron lining up here from the boundary line as a result of the Ayres kick.
Just didn't see it in the background there, but there's a very good lead on board.
So Cameron, an impossible angle here, needs to get it working left to right. Really deep and ugly kick it was off the boot.
What would Dunstall done there? He would have centred it or given it off.
There's a bit of run around on the left, Dunstall.
Need a couple of goals, the Cats. Got to find something here.
Ayres to bring it back in. Checks the kick. A little bit of sort of smart-ass Parkeroon about that one. Worked though to Condon. And now Langford.
Well built.
That's not a great ball. Kicked it straight to Mark Boss. Always been one of my favourites for the Cats.
Mandingo.
Just a no-fuss operator, isn't he?
Good boy. Goes to half forward, although there's a downfield free, so it'll come. In fact, it might have been a 15-metre penalty, so it'll come back to Mark Boss just outside 50. And he sits it inside 50. That's nice too. Big Flanagan just in the hole.
Not happy with the treatment from Langford. Been good. Flanagan started on the bench. The two boys that started on the bench were Flanagan and Hamilton, and both those players have been really good.
So here we are, Darren Flanagan, almost directly in front for a good start for the Cats in this second half. Nice. No, hit the post right at the top.
Need a bit of luck, the Cats.
Look at that. Burke on the interchange bench. The captain.
So
He
here's
said
to
you
kick
have
it
a
back
spell.
in. Full back. Goes out wide. Langford there almost running onto it. He did in the end. Gathered a difficult ball. His kick was pretty ugly. Around the corner, didn't gain a lot of traffic. Here's Hughes trying to run his way through. Took him on. Could have been penalised. Ablett there as well. Free kick will go the way here of the Hawks. I'm not sure who it is on the bottom of the pack, but
Brother Witts.
like it might be Whitman. So Whitman kicks the ball high to half forward. Cat's got the numbers there. Yates was there. Curran was there. Off hands Pritchard. Handball, didn't know where it went. Linna picks it up again. Bangs it back out towards the wing. Couldn't get hold of it. Stoneham 1-on-2. Gathered by Mew. Mew wobbly old ball. Fortunately land for Pritchard at centre forward. He plays on. They're building here, the Hawks. Mark being taken by Condon. He goes short to Kennedy. Kennedy ducked under the tackle. And they get an opportunity here, the Cats, through Hamilton to get it out wide.
Dribbles it out to Toby Bairstow. Lake Grace, a sheep farmer, has a bounce. Long ball, where's Brownless? Same question's been asked the whole day. Ablett poleaxes Collins. Absolutely poleaxed him.
He was going for the ball, Gazza.
And Collins will get the free. Just likes to let people know he's around, Gaz.
Yeah, once again, though.
Brownless! Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Finally got involved, Brownless. And it's taken away from him.
That's happened to him 3 times.
Exactly. Unlucky. He got out of the wrong side of the bed. Not easy.
He kicked a mongrel punt back to him and missed him by 10, 15 metres.
Taking a courageous mark running back with the ball.
Ball out of play.
He's actually taken 2 or 3 that have been taken off.
That's it, that haven't been paid.
Brownless has had a lot of might-have moments,
That's
maybe
it, yeah.
moments, hasn't
It's
he?
one of those days.
Yeah. But that have amounted to nothing.
Well, it happens to us all.
Have really done much. Opportunity spills down to Hocking. This is Gary. Centering ball. Ablett. Got it. In front of McGuinness again. Ablett's marked at 30 out directly in front.
Just strong, isn't he? Just had his name written all over that. It's a good shepherd from behind.
He's kicked 4. I'll tell you what. He's a chance to get double figures here.
This will be 5.
That's right. If you got 4 and you kick another one, that's what it'll be, Bill. So here he is directly in front, 35 metres out. Ablett's got 5, and then is this another little mini comeback here from the Cats? Back to a 30-point margin here. Ablett, unbelievably, with his 5th on the IGA Liquor scoreboard.
And it's been a good start by the Cats. Inside 50s this quarter. Geelong 6, Hawthorn 2.
Actually, nothing that even resembled a block there from Bill. He just allowed McGuinness to walk straight past him and almost affect the spoil.
Little block early, which saved him. Very unlucky there. Took a nice mark. Did you see that mark?
No, I didn't. It's 12-10 to 8-4. 30-point margin in favour of the Hawks. Ablett 5. Dunstall 2, Brereton 3 at the other end.
Tell you what, very hot day it was also out here today.
There's Couch out of the middle. Some momentum here, but Ayres just stuck in the hole.
Coming.
And he absolutely, I reckon, might have just mini-papped himself. Slapped forward here for Hamilton, unable to get back onto it. Collins, worried out of it by Robert Scott. Where's Brownless? Still can't see him on the ground. Through came Ayres, and he made up for the earlier misdemeanour with some nice, strong football. Left football down the line. Morrissey out the back is confronted by Lindner. Lindner's been good. That's not a great handball for Hocking. He's spun out of trouble, Hocking. This is Buddha. On the left, he goes into the centre. That's a nice ball for Spiro Malakalis. Broken up in the air by Whitton.
It spills here to Bairstow. Bairstow got the handball back over the top to the Rat Hughes. He runs on his left boot. Long ball deep inside 50. Ablett trying to get over to Langford. Couldn't got him. Held him to the ground then. Langford, little soccer out of mid-air. Spills to Buckenara. He overran the ball. Stoneham did likewise. In they go. Gee, Bairstow got taken high. Has he got a free?
Yes. That's...
So Bairstow with the free kick here within range for the Cats, and wouldn't this be interesting to trim it back to 24 points?
It's quite incredible. Just a couple of little moments from all players, because players are really wanting to go the body. So everyone out on the ground fully aware that at any time you could get cleaned up.
Don't reckon it was a free either.
Was there early?
Bairstow making it look a little worse than it was. But anyway, here he is directly in front. Back to 24 points. Here come the Cats.
Inside 50s this quarter. Geelong have gone inside 58 times for 2 goals, 2. Hawthorn have gone inside twice for a behind. A nice little run on here.
Just end up in the horse training game, Toby.
Got that written all over him, hasn't he?
Little hobby farm out the road there.
Bunbury sort of styling.
He likes it.
So back in the middle. 12-10, 9-4. Game starting to hot up. BUCKENARA couldn't take it out of the middle. Linden's been really good. So's Pritchard, the tackle there. Held up ball.
What's Pritchard had? He's been very good today.
Pritchard, Red Z, lending stats. He's had 12 disposals, and Lindner, he's had 16.
Slapped forward by Deer. Tuck kicked it straight into the back of Condon. And we will have it balled up centre of the ground again. And I think if you go back and hear the radio call of this game in 1989 and compare it to this one, you'll see how far advanced the Capers become. 12-10 to 9-4 Bristol.
Well, Triple M footy not yet on air, but we called it. Here we go, Stoneham. Little one off hands, picked up, handball, Couch on his favourite left boot to get it back under 20, misses left. Brownless came from 14, he's taking his first mark of the day.
Oh, don't tell me it's
Has it been paid?
Of course it has. What a hanger.
Right on the behind post here, Brownless.
Thought they were going to take it off him again.
Again, so not.
He's had everything taken off him today, and he nearly lost that one.
That's a very...
Have a look at the little
runs around.
body. He runs around on the right boot. Funny little drop. Oh boy.
Missed the lot.
He nearly kicked it out of bounds on the full. Brownless.
Should have probably kicked that one around the body rather than the drop punt.
Yeah.
Not sure he knew about that sort of kick.
Beautiful pick up and handball on the up at half forward. I don't know who that was.
I didn't see it. I was just looking at the ball coming at me.
Really disappointing finish on the back of that amazing work. Langford out of side.
Good grab. Probably the mark of the day. We got the Palacco.
The bounce. Oh, he just got belted into by Bairstow, brother.
That was as soft as butter.
Hocking walks into about 5 tacklers. Hughes went and found the footy at ground level. Thumped the handball to Hocking. Couldn't quite be clean. Now he's got it. Forward handball. Couch starting to get involved. Goes in search of, but not able to find Cameron. Stoneham, ground level. Runs a bit of an arc. To half forward, Malakalis. Sits under the footy. Lindner provided a little block. Inside 50, and there is Robert Scott.
Well, we've got a nice run on here, the Cats.
Yeah. Buller Hocking just starting to get involved in the game, so starting to get their hands on the ball and give more supply inside forward 50.
Couch getting a bit more of it. Barry Stoneham. Scotty's been quiet. What's he had? Wasn't had a lot today, Scotty.
He's only had the 2 disposals, Red Z.
I can see a premiership in his future.
He'll eventually get tired of losing him and go to a proper club as Scott here. Set shot. Oh no. What happened there?
Well done, brush head. Have a look at it.
Boy, he had a big chance to do something then, and he didn't. So it's a 22-point margin.
Gee, he kicks that, brings it back to under 3 goals.
So Mew from fullback kicks a long ball down the middle. Langford didn't even have to move, straight down his throat.
Oh, no one on him.
Took the mark here.
Where's his direct opponent?
Langford. Bill's still trying to gather up where his opponent is. High footy over the head at the back here now. Steve Hocking dished the handball out to Buse. Took him on, got caught. Still got the handball away. Pritchard socketed it out of mid-air. Goes out wide towards DUNSTALL in the pocket. Can't stop it before it goes over the line. And Tim Darcy pretty happy about that. So we'll have a boundary throw in deep in attack. Haven't kicked a goal in this quarter, the Hawks.
22 points, Brian. Cats get the next one. Look out.
Was it 2 goals in this quarter so far, Ash, to the Cats?
Spot on, BT.
Thank you, Ash. Over the top, knocked down to Bruns. Bruns with a little kick from the stoppage. BUCKENARA there fiddling around. Got it near the 50. Has a ping at goal. And, gee, they're not shy to go at the goals.
Yep.
Players of today.
Not a lot of sort of looking inboard, Bristol.
No.
Tim Darcy to bring it back in.
We need to make sure we keep that in our game, that players play on natural ability rather than coaches trying to influence everything they do.
Hamilton. Down the wing. Hocking in good shape. Couldn't take the mark. Runs front and centre. Couldn't find it. Morrissey did. Nice clean pickup. No free kick is going against Dipia Domenico for an off-the-ball incident. He might be in the book.
Oh, we've seen that all day. Players just wanting to go the body.
What a hockey.
Yeah, he got one here. Have a look at this. Is this the elbow? Have a look at this. This is a mean elbow.
Right.
Have a look at the replay from Dipper. Jeez, this would have hurt.
Tell us about it, Bill.
Collected him beautifully.
Look at the claret flowing.
Waiting for the replay. There's Hugh Seaward there, the club doctor. Look at the hair. It looks like Buddha.
Dipper had 9 disposals in the first quarter. Yeah. He's had 2 since quarter time. So he's very sore boy, so he's dishing out a bit of that soreness to others now.
Most broadcasters taking some time with the replay here. It's out in the full.
It's your mob, Jim and Brian, Channel 7.
Back in the day. Having some issues down in the truck.
The bloke's on his bike.
Gazzo, keep down there.
Come on, Gaz. Give us something. Long ball for Brereton. Good mark over Boss. Still haven't seen that replay as Brereton goes inside 50 looking for Dunstall. It falls short for Anderson, who should have taken the mark in the end. And then the snap from Pui Anderson has floated through.
Straight out of his backside.
13-11 to 9-6. And Anderson kicks his second.
Straight out of his backside there. That's disappointing for the Cats. They had a nice roll. They needed a goal just to get within that 3-goal margin. And Anderson kicks a nice goal.
Against the flow, wasn't it? Because it's been all the Cats in this quarter. It was a really good kick. Should have marked it in the first place. Anderson looking at the Bosch Tools replay screen. And you're right, Bill. It was. I don't even think he was having a shot.
Hurry kick.
Back in the middle we go. Coming off the back of the square was Bairstow with some real anger. Ball spilled to Dipia Domenico. Handball over the top to Condon. Hawthorn going inside attack, and the punt road in again. Dunstall in the lead, couldn't get it. Over the line, out of bounds. And we'll throw it in again. Right in front of the Foster's sign. Brereton's going to do the ruck work, perhaps here with Yates. Yates nailed him in the opening 10 seconds of the game. Over the top when Morrissey picked up by Brereton. Spills. Opportunity, shot a goal, and that might have been Curran, and it is, and they've got another one. So all of a sudden, after being challenged, Curran kicks his third, Hawthorn kicked their second of the quarter, and they get themselves back up and firing. Here the Hawks kicked the last 2 of the game, 14-11-95 to 9-6-60.
Yeah, had the last 4 inside 50s Hawthorn, but kicked 2 lucky goals, you'd say, Duck. Anderson and then Curran. Curran's kicked 3 now for the game, been very good.
That's the problem with being so far behind. You've almost got to play the perfect game from that point.
Stand by.
Pritchard out of the middle, has a bounce. Streaming forward, a second bounce. Runs to 50, Pritchard. Long ball, wide ball. Just to behind.
36 points now.
14-12 to 9-6. Triple M IJ Liquor scoreboard.
I reckon in the future, Two-Man, there'll be a stat, metres gained. What's Pritchard had?
Yeah, Pritchard, number 1 ranked player on the ground, is at 402 metres already.
What are you talking about?
What's this ranking stuff you're talking about?
What's that?
High ball back into play.
Getting any of that?
Here we go! On the lead!
Linda the best. Best on the lead. Straight up the idea.
Look at him!
Oh, he's too far out, though.
No, he's not.
He's bouncing around.
Too far out.
Too far
He's
out.
not a long kick, is he?
Brownless.
Yeah, what's this? Where is he?
50 metres out.
Outside 50.
Directly in front.
Put it in your
A
book.
goal needed. Brownless has kicked a big goal.
Brownless.
Oh boy, he's got the Cats back in business here. Brownless kicks a big time goal here at the G in the Granny. 14-12-96 the Hawks. Geelong 10-6. 66 RGA Liquor scoreboard.
That ball, looking at the Bosch Tools route, that ball went 71 metres. That was a prestigious kick.
Great kick.
And also called by Fat before he'd actually marked it.
I can just remember this bit of the game. That's the only bit I can remember. And being unlucky.
So combined, Ablett and Brownless, 7 goals.
Oh, perfect. What more can you do?
A bit of the issue we've got here is that's Fat's last goal.
Yes. We don't know, Jim.
Quarter and a half of him doing nothing from now on.
Oh, no.
Going to ground runs. Couch has really started to get involved in this game. Got this ball forward. Collins kicked it straight to Lindner, who dropped. In fact, it was Buse who dropped the mark. Flanagan thumped it wide, straight into the path of Ayres. Ayres a long ball to half forward. Oh, Dunstall just too good, too big, too strong.
And Darcy lets him know about it. Umpire says, no, that's fine.
No, 15. So he'll get a really good look at it now, the Chief. Yes. Kicked a couple. Oh, he's taken him right to the line.
Oh, was that a
50?
double 15?
Double 15.
How many marks for the Chief?
Looking at the Boss Tools replay.
6 marks.
Round under the jaw, then the falling on top of it.
How does that happen, though? There's only 15 metres.
Yeah.
How does he take him all the way to the line? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, the Chief kicks number 3. And he's missed a couple too. Could easily have 5 or 6, the Chief. 15-12 to 10-6. Triple M Liquor scoreboard.
3-3 for the Chief. 6 marks. He's been very good. Just too strong.
See leadership all over Dunstall. He'll end up being captain of this footy club.
Just too strong for old Tim Darcy.
It'll be in an era, not in one of their strong eras though, where there's sort of not a lot of leadership around.
Super special comments from Wayne Cleary and Bill Brownless. Dunstall with 3.
Might end up being a publican too. Will join on Toorak Road.
He won't go good at that.
Saloon bar.
Sort of guy that would just sit out in the back room there and
count the cash.
Yeah,
that's it.
Got a little extra room set up there. Back in the middle. Opportunity at ground level. Oh boy.
Kegs underneath.
Yeah, every time the Cats get something going, the Hawks bounce back. Look at this guy. Cameron. Has a ping at the goals. And he's got it. So can they get back-to-back goals? That's the key for the Cats here. 11-6-72, trailing Hawthorn 15-12, 102.
David Cameron from Echuca.
I'll tell you what they have got, the Cats. They've got some real flair. They've got players that can, kick goals quickly, and that's what they've done all year. That's what Malcolm Blight's brought to this team. That's the way he played, and that's what he's brought to this team.
Our motto was to kick goals quickly. That was the motto all year. And certainly kicked a lot of goals. Had a lot of fun.
He had a motto, Bill, did you?
Kick goals quickly.
Kick goals quickly.
That was the motto.
Which is not a bad motto.
Kick goals.
Boss unable to latch onto the footy at ground level, and Dipper are not happy. Never did get to see that elbow on Buddha Hockey.
Oh, yeah, if you can, you might see it after the game. We've got to have a look at that.
Can't wait.
So we're bouncing the ball. Deer. Big thumping fist forward, inside 50. It bounces horribly for Lindner. To the back and Bairstow. Here's Di Medico, and he takes that mark. Oh, and they don't like him because of the treatment. High ball forward, Curran to fly. Dunstall there as well. Morrissey steps on through. The freak Morrissey. Hawks get another one. Every time the Cats look like they're mounting something, they find a way, and it's Morrissey kicking the goal.
Darcy saw he back in that pack, and they got crunched, but Morrissey there.
He's been in a couple of times.
Yeah.
The last
Have a look at this here. 2 Geelong players get crunched here. Yates and Darcy. Good goal. Look at him dance around here, Morrissey. Nice snap.
Bit of friendly fire there for Darcy. Tell you what, good courage. Just back into danger's way.
It's been a tough game.
Super special comments there from Wayne Carey. Here we go. Scott gathering pace, hovering over the top of the ball on that occasion was Collins. Been a quietish day for him today, Ash. Collins.
And Collins BT, he's only had the 5 possessions.
He's done the job on Robbie Scott. That's what he has done.
Half back, short ball, finds Dippy at a Domenico.
Dipper's lifted.
Playing on bronze all day today. Lost his boot
He's lost his boot again for the second time today.
Can't he do his laces up?
No, he can't.
Probably can't.
He's been bootless a few times. Short little ball to Mew. Mew able to run and attack right where they run the 100-metre sprint. Kick to Cullen. and Curran has taken the mark, diving forward.
What's he kicked, Ash?
Kick 3.
Yeah, Curran 3 majors along with 8 possessions.
One of the great personalities of the game, Dipper. I can see him one day maybe being a great boundary rider.
He struggles to get it together though, Duck, doesn't he, verbally? You reckon he'll be all right in that job?
He'll last a long time.
Okay.
But we won't understand.
Well, we'll wait to see whether that transpires.
5 different languages, not one of them's English.
Oh, no.
And that's off the side of the boot. So 16-13, 109 to 11-6, 72, the Cats. How long we got left in the third quarter here, JB?
We got about 8 minutes left. Just looking at the clock as the Pres Lindo played a very nice game of football, 7.5 it is, and a nice give off too here
Come
to
on, Cats.
Ouch. Long ball, where's Brownless done nothing. Ablett tried to take the mark and then New just turned around and pounded it into the centre of the MCG. Curran couldn't control it. Yates with him, handball to the back. Buse coughed it up. Kennedy. BUCKENARA runs in. Hawks get another one. BUCKENARA's got 3.
That hurts, that one.
So after all the work for the Cats,
points.
it is a 5-goal to 4 third term in favour of Hawthorn.
43 points. As you said, they just can't get close, the Cats. They just cannot close in. And there's a lot of Hawthorn players out wide and on their own, aren't there?
Every time they close in, Bill, it's the Hawks have got all the answers.
Something special's got to happen, doesn't it?
It does in this last quarter.
Probably pretty unlikely, but 43 points, that's a massive deficit to make up in a quarter and a bit. A quarter and 6 minutes. There's Curran giving chase at half forward. Yates on his tail, not before he got the handball to BUCKENARA. Funny little kick around the corner. DUNSTALL, swerve, left foot kick deep, and Steve Hocking marks in front of Burton. Burton's played deep all day today after he got nailed off the square early. Short ball.
Couple too, he's been good. Schultze, look at Michael Schultze.
Schultze.
Come on, Schultze.
Got that old sort of man look about
Isn't
him.
he just?
Goodness me. Up there on the farming area. Is he a farmer too, Bill?
He's Grovedale boy, just a local boy, Grovey boy.
There's Barry Stoneham on the wing.
Barents.
Come on, Barents.
Half forward, where's Brownless?
There he is.
In the front and just got jumped into again. Hawks bring it away off half back. Double fister from Boss, I think it was, and here's Linda. Through the centre, but nowhere to go with the footy. Distributes by hand. Little rat Buse. Left foot high one. Where's Brownless? Ablett! Oh, big contested mark. Ablett 30 from home.
Kicked 1 goal this quarter. Gary Ayres too, very sore. What a sore boys down there for the Hawks.
Just flies from anywhere, Gary Ablett Senior, doesn't he? Doesn't matter where he is.
2 on 1 here. The knee in the back.
Yeah, free kick anyway. Big pull of the jumper.
So this is for number 6. Only had 7 kicks in the game, by the way.
So 8 between us.
Number 6 for the superstar from the Cats. Oh, there we are. Got 6. Ablett. And the Cats find a way to hang in.
37 points now. Needed that. Gazza, who's been very good today. 2 on 1 at a number of times. Busey just kicking in, as you said, Duck. He flies from anywhere and he can just grab him from anywhere. Strong mark. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, even quarter for Red Z. The inside 50s at 13 apiece, and both teams have kicked 5 goals for in this term.
37 points. Hasn't been a lot of change since quarter time. High ball deep forward here. Game for the Cats. Off hands. Here's Ablett. Gathers the grand little ball. No, he didn't worry it out of it by Collins. Took it away. Little left footer from Collins. Finds BUCKENARA at half back. Slows him down. Not long left in the quarter here now. BUCKENARA. Neat little ball. Finds Deer. Like a praying mantis, Deer, isn't he? He's all arms and legs, no body at all. As the ball comes out wide towards Boss, he was taken over the line, and Brereton almost apologising as he poleaxed him. And we'll throw it in on the wing on the northern side.
I get the feeling, Duck, that the 2v1 that Ablett's contending with is because Bill's man's just abandoned him.
Yeah.
zagging off.
Just completely realised that he can leave him and thump his way into the
Bruce
champ.
with a torp.
Lindner tries to go for a running torp, and Barry Stoneham couldn't get a handle.
That makes it hard to mark up the other end.
Would have
when
thought,
you've got
Bill,
a
yeah.
torp coming at you.
Yep. Himself, Brereton, just with that nice running swagger. Ball going to be thrown in. Half forward here for the Cats. Flanagan might get a free out of that.
It's a soft one compared to the other ones they've missed today.
It is, but he'll go inside 50, Flanagan. And it just doesn't quite get to Brownless.
The only one with a long sleeve on, Michael Tuck.
Michael Tuck takes it. Distributes wide and finds Langford.
I reckon in the Hawks' future, they'll have a policy where they're not allowed to wear long sleeves.
One of their all-time greats didn't wear it. I think only one grand final, 87, when it was stinking hot, and they got thumped. Handball forward, Condon inside 50. Pui Anderson can run on, and he can kick another one. Too easy, Fat.
Yeah, too easy. Again on their own, running into open goal.
The sixth goal of the quarter, and Anderson's second of the quarter. 18-13 to 12-6, Triple M IJ Liquor scoreboard. 43 points, Duck.
Back to 43.
Yeah, big margin.
What was the margin at quarter time, two men?
40.
40 points.
40
And
points.
37 at half time.
Yeah.
So Geelong's all their good work this quarter. Hawthorn have won it by a goal. And again, an unmarked Hawthorn player running into open goal kicks the goal.
Uncanny how every time the Cats have got going, the Hawks have been able to respond. BUCKENARA. Here's Bruns again. 2 3/4 minutes left in the third quarter here. Gets it down towards Stoneham. New able to take it away. Risky kick back inside, marked by Bruns here. Point of the square half forward. Bruns immediately shifts off the handball to the running Boss. Boss now on the left boot. Brownless over the
hang
top.
on to it.
Dropped an absolute centre. Gas came through. Said, get out of the way, Brownless. I'll have a snap, and misses to the left.
Just one of those days, Duck, that
Yeah, he's had-
all good forwards have.
You've got your hands to a lot, Bill, and you've had a couple taken off you, and you kicked a couple, and you missed one, and
Stuffed up a few.
18-13 to 12-7. 2 minutes left. 18 goals, and we're not at three-quarter time. Just shows how different the game is. Great pressure being put on by the Cats forwards. And that's Madigan. Old Mad Dog made his way out there. And the ball goes out of play in front of him. Condon out there as well, so it's going to be the 214's Deer and Flanagan in the ruck at half forward here for the Cats. They've got time for one more here, Geelong. There is Mad Dog Madigan, just steps on through. Kicks a high one to half forward. Brereton tucked under it.
Yates on him there.
Yates with him. Brereton did brilliantly well. Long ball looking for the Chief, Jace Dunstall. The ball just wasn't going to bounce for him nicely. And they're able to control it off half back here, the Cats. Kick out wide for Neville Bruns, but he can't keep it in.
Bruns really started to get on top of Dipper on that wing. And see Dipper just battling. Bruns getting a little bit of the footy. What's his numbers, two men?
Bruns in this quarter, he's had 5 disposals.
Good battle. It's been a good battle,
Yeah.
that, hasn't it, Bruns and Dipper?
Brereton and Yates doing the ruck work. Morrissey. Handball in front of Anderson. Paddles it out. Hocking got it all through. This is Steve. And handball back here to Lindner. Should have kicked to Bruns. Couldn't mark. Followed up though. Now Bruns with a risky kick in the middle of the ground of the big fella Flanagan.
Look at him.
Picked it up on the hop Flanners. Left foot kick. Dribbler. Brownless ran straight over the top of
Fair
it.
dinkum.
What kind of kicks that into the forward?
Now it's all to do with Ablett as Langford tackles him when he didn't have the footy.
Fair dinkum, Duck.
Just dribble it along the ground to him.
What are we dealing with?
Well, there's, a general rule is if it's below your knees, you just keep it in front, even if you can't get it clean.
You
Just-
are allowed to pick the ball up off the ground last time I checked.
I
don't
did
let
the
it get
duck, duck,
behind you.
goose behind me and I was running around to get it.
40 seconds left. And the ball goes out of play in front of Chris Mew and Big Baron Stoneham.
Just say
Just
that
sneak one here.
at under 8s, you get told, just do not let the ball get your
Get
body
behind you.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, Duck. Cats can get one here before three-quarter time. They're back. They just would help them. Give
All
them
right,
some
well,
momentum.
through comes Hamilton. It bounces.
Shepherd.
Through! There it is on the siren.
Ooh, momentum.
Hamilton with a nice dribbler. And the three-quarter time margin there, Ash.
It's 36 points to the Hawks, JB.
It was 37 points at halftime, 40 points at quarter time. So have they got a charge left in them here, the Cats?
They have, Jim. Stand by.
785, 18-13, 121. BT when we come back with Bill Brownless, Wayne Carey, Ash Chua. 89 grand final, three-quarter time, Hawks by 36 points.
Welcome back to the MCG, three-quarter time. What have the Cats got in them? They are 36 points down, 13-7-85 Geelong, trailing Hawthorn have been incredibly good, 18-13, 121. Bill Brownless and Wayne Carey are with us. Let's get the stats, Red Z lending style, Ash.
Condon leading ball winner for the Hawks with 20. Lindner 24 for the Cats. Ablett 10 possessions, 6 goals, 1.
And a thought off you, Duck.
Oh, look, it's a cracking game. The Hawks just doing enough, aren't they? Just when the Cats have been getting a roll on, the Hawks just able to get that one or two back and obviously go into this quarter with a massive lead. But just get the feeling,
Stucky boy.
If the Cats can get the first couple, they will believe that the one thing, their great strength this year has been, and Bill's been saying it all day, they can string some goals together.
Kick goals quickly. Shane Hamilton's goal on that three-quarter time siren.
That was big.
That was a nice momentum.
So bounce of the ball to start this final term of the 89 grand final. Clearance here for the Hawks. To half forward, big fist from behind there from Hocking. And then Buddha, front and centre. And his brother go at it. Neither able to pick it up. And a ball up. Centre half forward here for the Hawks, going to the city end in this final term.
There's a couple of sore boys too, as we know, with Hawthorn, Ayres, Dipper, Dermy and
gone, of course, with concussion.
Yeah.
As Bairstow went to ground, Malacalis just not focusing that hard on the pill.
Fish and chips.
Anderson inside 50. Oh, there he is, the Chief. Dunstall on a searching lead.
Michael Schultz on him now.
But you see there again, though, in that contest, just a couple of players, eyes for the man, not for the ball.
Dunstall kicked 3, missed a couple too, could easily have 5 or 6. Set shot from the Chief, he just fans it across the face. And it gets all the way to the back, and the ball's going to be thrown in.
Was Ablett kicked to three-quarter time?
Yeah, 6 goals, 1.
I wonder if he can get double figures, as Brian said earlier.
Well, it'll take a monumental effort, Bill, if he were able to do that. He dragged them back into the game. Off hands for the Hawks, kick to the top of the square. Dunstall almost had it again, so Dunstall with a couple of early chances here. Not looking good for the Cats at all. Hughes, long handball, Lindner couldn't get rid of it quick enough.
Come on,
Brucey boy comes back here. Anderson's got an opportunity, 35 closing, and he misses. So 3 opportunities for the Hawks early in the last quarter. Could have seen them running away with the game. 122 to 85.
See Johnny Platten on the bench. He got knocked out in about the first minute, and has been sitting there ever since. Brownlow medalist, of course, as this one's wide, and Flanagan's been good.
I think also BUCKENARA with that head, he's not wrong.
No, BUCKENARA had no issues after he was bunny chopped. As Stoneham takes that on a long lead. Hardly even felt it, actually. Stoneham, 2 half forward. Where is Brownless? Close to unsighted. Lindner almost took it. Couch. Free kick Madigan, is it? Oh no, it's going the Cats way to Couch.
Need a bit of a run with the free kicks. It's on their way today. Another Brownlow, of course, earlier in the week, Jim.
Yep. Where's he going with this Couchy? Here comes Ablett. Not quite getting to him. Langford took a nice mark.
So Langford in the last line here. Ablett just loves to launch, doesn't he? Any chance?
It doesn't matter if it's his own teammates.
He never does the simple. Does it the simple way. The interception here by Bairstow at centre half forward. So who's going to get the first goal of the last quarter? You feel if the Hawthorn get it, it is all over. Bairstow, long ball. Ablett one out with Langford. Langford knocks it through for a behind, and a minor score there for the Cats. Yeah, first goal really important in this last quarter.
I think I've been told.
Who's that going to the bench? Is that
Damien Burke?
Oh, gee, I thought it looked like Brownless for a minute.
No, he's out there. He's just been told to get out wide.
You would prefer to have been on the bench a bit, given the numbers. Is Madigan unable to take that mark? Malacalis, Busey, runs in, little rat, and misses. Oh no, had to do better.
Had to.
13, 987, 18, 14, 122. Triple M Ream scoreboard.
A big gap on the scoreboard. You still get a feeling that they've just got a bit of a chance here. As Duck has said all day, they score quickly. Tuck's got his bone poking out of his skin, out of his little finger there.
Is it? Tough.
And Langford kicks in from fullback. Long ball. Brownless was just the front centre. Here he comes. Knocked down from the Hawks. They go out wide towards the wing, and Morrissey keeping it alive in front of Boss. He did really well. Had a little skip in there as well. Goes forward looking for Brereton. Couldn't hold a difficult mark at ground level. Darcy second arrived. Got it. He's tackled by Bertie Dippy here to Domenico. Spills to Brereton. Brereton back to Domenico. And Darcy sees it over the line. And good effort from Tim Darcy there. Boundary throw in on the wing.
Quite short, aren't they?
Great tackle from Robert Dibble. The bloke with a big long Italian name.
Get it right.
And we get a throw in here.
Go with Dipper, Jim.
To the front, not able to take it. Brereton. Malakalis. That's a nice spot. Flanagan's been really good.
Very good.
Off the step to half forward. Almost Ablett reels it in, and then he goes and finds it at ground level. Just spits a handball to Scott. Here we go, Bruns. Here come the Cats. Bruns sticks it through, first to the final term.
Here they come, Jimmy boy. They needed that. The first goal of the quarter, we've been talking about that. They needed that, Duck.
Geez, I'd love to have a look at the Bosch Tools replay screen of that handball from Ablett. I reckon he hit that with an open hand. Might have been closer to a throw than a handball.
I reckon you're right. Have a look at this. I reckon it is a palm. It's the old slap.
Yep.
Nice hands.
Well, anyway, he got away with it.
It was a sharp handball.
It was
very fierce, had a bit of pace about it, but the Cats give themselves just a little inkling. What is it, Ash? 27?
29 points, BT.
29 points. Here they come out of the middle. Hawks get the first little release to Morrissey. Gives the handball off to the running Pritchard. Pritchard for the little chisel to BUCKENARA. BUCKENARA marks, plays on.
Too easy, Fat.
They answer every time. Every time Geelong score, the Hawks have got an answer. BUCKENARA kicks his fourth. And they've kicked 19 goals to 14 goals in the 89 grand final.
Yeah, and again a running small forward. Kicking a goal. They just on their own a lot, aren't they? BUCKENARA all on his own here.
Yeah, Pritchard involved again. How many metres gained for him now, Two-Man?
Pritchard's up to 610 metres gained.
You didn't realise, do you, this game? Anderson 3, BUCKENARA 4, Curran 3. There's little contributors, Fat.
Yeah, been good, haven't they?
As well as the big boys, Brereton and DUNSTALL. Here comes Scott out of the middle. Long goes Scott. But he pulls it to the left and, McGuinness.
Oh, Billy.
Eased into the post by Brownless, and he's got the staggers, McGuinness.
Yeah, another one, he's hurt, Brownless.
Oh, that's reportable.
That's two. Now look at him come out.
Brownless actually
they knew the
pushed him into the post.
That's reportable, isn't it?
Look, he just shoved him into the post.
No, it's nothing wrong with him.
Oh, look at the Bosch Tools replay screen. He'd be in trouble there, Brownless.
So that's BUCKENARA and McGuinness in trouble from the hitman out there today.
There's a queue of 15 medical people wanting to have a chat with you.
That's it. McGuinness just says bugger off and then kicks it straight to the Rat Buse, who takes it just inside 50. So they've got a bit of the tail up here, the Cats.
Yeah, where's Ablett?
He's been pretty good, Buse.
Been very good. 19 touches, 2 marks. Thank you, Ash.
Big game player, State of Origin star, the Rat. From outside 50. Where's Brownless in the air? Ablett. Brownless in the front. Picked off Hamilton. And he misses from very close range.
He's been good, Hamilton.
He's got a bit of
very good.
Got a bit of freakish ability.
He has, and had a few chances already in this quarter, haven't they? The Cats, and they've missed them.
So 19-14, 128 Hawthorn. Geelong 14-10, 94. Early stages, last quarter. You reckon the Cats are within minutes of being no chance here. If they can't score quickly, here's fish and chips. Malakalis loves his batter down there. He's the best batter in Australia down at the Queenscliff.
Where is it?
Queenscliff.
Yeah. Walked in there and Whiting was on the wall.
Whiting, yeah.
But when Cats have got to kick one here, they've missed a lot of goals.
Malakalis comes in and he's an unlikely goal kicker, and he looked like he had no idea.
Oh, and you've got to kick these. You've got to.
So Geelong
wasted opportunities.
Wasting opportunities, Bill. I can't see them getting in the game from here. Something special would have to happen.
Well, Ablett's the man, I think. He's the man. Everyone clear out and leave it to Gaza.
Langford Wide ball. Bruns out in front of Dipper.
Good on Dipper.
Won't drag too many out of the lyric, Brunsy, but played a nice game of football. Goes for the centering one. Flanagan.
He's been good since quarter time.
He's had
started on
more
the bench.
success.
Well, the two of them, Shane Hamilton and Darren Flanagan, started on the bench, and they've nearly been the two best players.
Big dasher. Set shot. Oh, he likes it. Thumps it through. Flanagan. Fourth term goal in the grand final. Cats have now got 2 to the Hawks 1.
How many inside 50s, Ash? Because they've dominated this quarter, the Cats. Kicked a couple and missed 3.
Yeah, spot on, Billy. 8-4. They've had 8 out of the last 9, the Cats in this term.
15-11 to 19-14 in the grand final.
They're coming. They're coming. You can just feel it, can't you?
Well, they're only 27 points on the Ream scoreboard, Bill.
You can feel it up here.
27 points down the Cats. Still early, got about 18 minutes left in the final quarter here on the Ream scoreboard. Kick to centre half forward, couldn't be marked. Ground level ball, Kennedy got bowled out of the way. Stoneham got it out here to Malakalas. Malakalas to Ablett. Ablett marks in front of Langford. He's only 25 metres out on a slight angle. And Ablett will line up for goal number 7. But more importantly, to get them within 21 points.
Spot on, Ryan.
So Ablett, this is a must goal. A must goal from Ablett for his 7th.
Only had the 9 kicks. Doesn't miss these.
And he comes. He's got it. Geelong are back in the game. Geelong are officially back in the game. They've kicked 3 goals to 1 in the last quarter.
What about him?
And they are 21 points down on the Ream scoreboard.
Superstar.
Yep, no doubt about that. Just strong overhead. Different build, Ducky boy. You said that earlier when you look at him. Different build there. Doesn't do a lot of weights. Actually, never seen him in the weights room.
It's the most goals kicked in a grand final ever. There's 9 majors by Gordon Coventry. So Ablett currently has 7 for Red Sea.
And if you add my 2, there's 9. There's a fight in the crowd.
Some real bogans starting to get wound right up on the soup. In the middle. Thump forward by Deere. Condon. Coughed it up to Buse. Look at the momentum going the Cats' way. Bruns. High ball. Where's Brownless?
There he is.
Couldn't hang on even though he... Oh, now we got a striker. Batwoman's out there.
Where did that streaker come from?
Bats flying around everywhere.
I never knew there was a streaker.
Full baps on display as Pritchard gets it.
Was it Batman or Batwoman?
Batwoman.
Boy, it was Batwoman.
I didn't see that.
That definitely was a woman.
Come on, Bill.
High ball. Gee, I never knew there was a streaker. Unbelievable. Bew's little handball game hotting up. 21 points of difference. Couch. Caught with the 40. Dispossessed. Spills to Curran. Curran back inside. Dunstall one out. Dunstall's got it.
Every time.
And Dunstall has marked 30 out directly in front. This would be a dagger to the heart of the Cats.
Where's that streaker, Bill?
No, I didn't. Honestly, I played the game. I never knew there was a streaker. That's the first time I've seen that streaker. But every time the Cats have got close,
Dunstall
has stepped up
to kick a big time goal. Got it. Can you believe it? He got it again. They respond. 4. Back out to 27 points. Dunstall has 4 on the Untitled scoreboard.
It's unbelievable. I never knew there was a streaker.
A very white-skinned streaker too. We're back in the middle.
We are. Didn't need that one, the Cats. They had nice momentum and all the play, and Dunstall again steps up.
2014
bounce.
to 16-11 is a shocking bounce. Through comes Toby Bairstow. Inside 50, doesn't quite reach Ablett. Brownless at the back with really no impact on anything there as the handball from Madigan wasn't great. Scott went and found it, then he got claimed. Whitman coughed it up, Ablett found it. Pushed as he kicked it wide. Brownless had just bounced over his head. He ran straight under the football, Brownless.
He's had enough. He better get and shower up.
I think the boy needs a spell.
Oh boy, it's been a bad one. There's Flanagan.
Oh no.
Flanagan kicks the ball back inside 50. Stoneham has marked 48 metres out directly in front. Barry Stoneham, has he kicked the goal today, Ash?
Red said Lindy, one
yes.
goal. Yep.
Well, here he is with a big one.
You ran straight under the ball.
Well, it was a bouncing ball. It's hard to judge. It's not it's an oval ball. It bounces all
Good
different
athlete,
ways.
this kid. Good athlete.
The Cats in the hunt Stoneham at the pump.
Hen won't be dragging too many out of there.
Stoneham comes in and he kicks a big goal. So the Cats living dangerously and rather nervously at the moment. He's got a couple.
Look at that
Hawthorn have kicked 20. They're 20-14 and Geelong are 17-11. So 113 to 134 midway through the last quarter.
I'll tell you what, there's been some beautiful long kicks from outside 50. That one there's gone 60 as well. That is a great finish from young Barry Stoneham, 21 years of age.
He's just 21.
Yeah, that's what we were back then in
22-year-old Brownless.
He was doing some good work.
Hugh Brereton parked under it. Darcy with him. Boss. Little left foot ball into the centre. Deer slapped it wide. Dipper went and found it. Just hacked it to half forward. Whitman at the back. Morrissey really clean. Look at the freak Morrissey on the left. Ooh. Misses. A behind. 17-11 to 20 goals 15 on the Triple M Ream scoreboard.
So it's time starting to become a bit of a factor here now for the Cats. Kick out wide, got to get going. Hawks to threatening here at the moment. Lindner drags it out the back door. Buckenara is there. Brun's got into his back. And a free kick will go the way of Buckenara. So Gary Buckenara, free kick, point of the square at half forward.
4 goals today.
Yep, 4 goals for Reset.
He's on with a kick, deep into the pocket. Dipier Domenico is there. Got dealt a bit of a blow after. That encourages him to play on from the boundary line. He misses Dipper.
Come on, Dip.
And he just kicks the behind, so 136 to 113.
Oh no, got some tears in the crowd. Game hasn't even finished yet.
No.
Schultz here to bring it back in.
Schultz.
Smacks at Members' side. Hamilton flies. In front, Cameron did a nice job. Where's he find himself in 30 years' time, Fat Cameron?
Could be in the cell. He's a wild boy, David Cameron.
Kicked it to half forward and got through the hands of Curran, who's been good kick 3. Morrissey's been very good since coming on the ground. He's dispossessed. There is Cameron. Dumps it out into available turf. Outer side wing. Here's the Rat Buse. Measures the kick to Hamilton. On the bounce, Hamilton around the body inside 50. Ablett! Oh no, beautifully done. Langford in front. Here comes Malakalis, front and centre. Keeps it in nicely. Centering ball on the left. And it easily killed in the back by Langford.
Knocked down by Deer. Cat's still in the hunt here. Low free kick will go the way of Hawthorn.
Flanagan just ruckman clumsy.
Well, he was going the ball, but it did hit him in the ear. He's been really good, Pritchard. Probably had 20 touches, I would have thought.
It's up to 680 metres gained.
On the Red Z Lenning stats, that's an incredible stat. Spills here to Tuck. Little clumsy from over the top there. And I think it was Hamilton that was almost giving him a dry one.
Yep.
And Tuck with the free. Gee, I reckon Tuck should retire.
Yeah, he's looking old, isn't he?
Yeah, I reckon he'll retire. He could retire after this grand final. You never know. How many games he played? About 300.
Tucky at this stage, 383.
Buckenara.
So he's got a few years left.
You wouldn't have thought. Watching.
Calls to Dermot. Deer.
Oh,
Bang! Got around the opportunity here. Condon dribbled one along the ground, picked up by Buddha Hocking. He copped a mushing a short while ago. Spills to Couch, the Brownlow medalist.
Yep.
Long ball, deep ball, Stoneham, the meat and the sandwich. Then did really well, brought it to ground. Kennedy was onto it to Buckenara.
Buckenara's been good.
He got
That's
one.
not his best. He might have got one though. A downfield kick here for Deer.
This has happened all day, hasn't it, Ducky
Dipper
boy?
just took Deer's kick and ran and kicked it inside 50. Looking for the Chief, Jason Dunstall. It's fisted away from him. Ball to be thrown in.
How long to go here?
10 minutes, I think.
We've got
Yeah,
23 points. 4 goals down the Cats.
13 minutes, in fact. Fat.
Plenty of time.
Boss's hands were good, but then he was dispossessed. Brother Witt on hands and knees. Good pick up. Now Bairstow unable to get boot to ball, but he went back and found it. Couchy, a man I farted on at the Brownlow one night.
Not yet.
Not yet. That happened later. Through comes Lindner. Long ball. Looking for Ablett. One hand couldn't take it. Look at him. Front and centre though. 2016 Cats are coming hard.
17 points now under the 3 goals, and Ablett outstanding 8 goals.
When it gets Langford in those one-on-one situations, just protected the space beautifully. Went with the one hand, with the ball dropped to where he could have a second effort, recovered beautifully. Langford's got him a couple of times in the air of late, like Abbott's tried to jump over the top. But Langford, as we know, is a superstar. But that man there, that is brilliant.
The finish on the left foot.
Amazingly, still plenty of time. 17 points down. Flanagan knocked down Deer with the clearance to centre half forward for Hawthorn. Couch trying to bust the tackle of Pritchard. It spills out wide. They're on here now. Boss gathers possession of the footy for the Cats. A high straighting ball. Ablett got one in the back, no free. Off hands Hamilton out the back door. Right foot snap. Got it. Got it, Hamilton.
Here come the Cats.
Within 11 points. Cats are within 11 points.
Listen to the noise.
Crowd's gone absolutely berserk here at the MCG as the Cats close to within 11.
He's got some class, this kid, Hamilton, hasn't he? Very classy player.
19.
Just started on the bench and has been brilliant from the time he came on.
Yep, 5 of the last 6.
Bruce Linder also involved in that.
So it's a big surge here from the Cats. Flanagan tried to slap it out of there. BUCKENARA, centre of the ground. There's Couchy, my man. I didn't know Bill. I was at the urinal. He was right behind me. I just eased one out and really just farted all over it.
Over a Brownlow medalist.
A Brownlow medalist. Wasn't my proudest moment, but I didn't know. Back in the middle for the ball up. Malakalis taken out of it. You can be unlucky in those lineups as the ball's slapped forward here for the Hawks. BUCKENARA's been enormous. So's Anderson. Over the top, Pui Anderson. Response from the Hawks. It's happened all day. Too easy. Anderson has kicked his 4th.
So BUCKENARA, Anderson, DUNSTALL all with 4.
Yep. 21-16 to 19-11.
6 goals to 3 this quarter. And again, the Cats just running. Player kicks an easy goal on the run. 6-3.
Still 11 minutes left, Bill.
Yeah, but that one hurts, doesn't it? The Cats were coming. So what's that out to 17 again?
17, but it's 11 minutes. Plenty of time. The way they've scored today.
It's been a goal
There's
fest.
4 or 5 goals left in this game.
Protect that pill bag, Pui Anderson.
Yes.
Might be some valuable stuff coming out of that later on, Fat.
Might be.
Down here to BUCKENARA to Condon. Condon in the middle, loose kick. Hughes marks right now, diddle. We'll hammer it back for the Cats, and here they come. One more time, Ablett, 3 deep, couldn't mark it, spills, Hamilton gathers, real class, left foot around the body, high ball, Scott's underneath it, taken to the ground, picked up here by the Hawks, and they're out of trouble again.
Condon's kick into some space. Whitman thumps it down the line. It lands in front of Morrissey and goes out of play.
His Ablett's flown for a lot of those marks 3 deep, hasn't he?
He loves it. Used to do that. The worst feeling in the world, you're standing there and you hear the crowd going, yeah! So you knew he was coming. And he wouldn't care. He'd knee you in the back of the head and just go, sorry, mate.
21-16 to 19-11, but a big surge here from the Cats. That ball dribbles out again. It's the other thing you notice when you sort of look at this game with a modern focus is the stoppages, Duck. Yeah. Nowhere near as many of them.
No, exactly right. Exactly right.
Brereton, clean possession.
Tell you what else you notice, the goals. How many goals we had?
Yep.
40 goals.
40 goals. Dipper Domenico out the back. Dipper. Left foot ball. It's bouncing but missing.
He's been quiet since quarter time, but copped a huge hit from Gary Ablett,
he's running,
as we know. And he looks like he's moving all right, but I don't think he is, Bill.
Looks like he's on one lung.
Yeah.
Gee, moving all right for a one-lunger.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a little.
Yeah, maybe it just.
It wasn't quite what we built it up to be.
Big as what it got
out the back door. Oh boy, I think that's going in the book of myths. Here's an opportunity for Hamilton. Hamilton gets it the best. Oh boy, I don't think there was any there at all. It might have been just a little flesh wound. He kicks short and finds Scott. Scott marks inside 50. I think the broken rib boy too. They were just a minor sort of stabbing.
Sometimes they couldn't sort of be exaggerated, these stories.
Scott's got the free kick in front of goal. Still plenty of time. There's 10 minutes in the game left. Scott comes in. He sprays it across the face. Horrible kick in the end. Never looked like it. 126 versus 143. Hawthorn in control.
So I get the feeling there might be some father-sons out of this game too, Fat.
Well, there might be 5 each team.
Provide some boys for future generations.
Hawthorn,
Langford, Long.
he'll be one.
Yep.
Geez, you'd love Gaz to.
He might just produce something
some
and into the middle
special
Nalacalis.
Maybe even better than him.
Yeah. Kidding me, Duck. That couldn't happen. It goes in that direction. Langford spills it, but then goes and finds it. Handball missed Dipper. Oh no, Dipper went to ground. He voluntarily hit the deck there, Dipper, as Brunsey came through. And the ball's on the ground.
He's a tough little nut, Brunsey. Leachfield, good country boy, Leachfield. Just always going to have that red hair, unfortunately.
Pretty hard to lose.
You reckon you died?
Well, you can try like Dermot didn't die, but through came Buse. And Barron's has had the same issue most of his time, the old Fanta pants.
Well, he calls it Caribbean gold, but it's red.
It's absolutely not. Another ball up out of side.
Oh, boy. Well, this one's not exactly petering out, is it?
No.
5 minutes.
5 minutes left in the game.
Cats are still a chance. 17.
Gone to sleep.
17.
17-point margin. 5 minutes left in the game. What twists have we got left here? As the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward it is for the Cats.
Can't believe we had a streak.
Punt road end.
There'll be nothing written about that. You won't read about that tomorrow.
No. Happens a lot.
Or this game at all.
All to the ground. The Coppers have all decided to jump the fence and have a bit of a gander.
Amazing at the end of a grand final that you won't hear anything about.
66 arrests today, but it's all been good order. In good spirits. A little knockdown here. Bairstow over the top to Bruns. Bruns deep in the pocket. Centering ball.
Where is he?
Brownless. Ablett!
He's got rid of
Good shepherd, Bill.
Ablett! He's marked deep in the pocket here, Ablett.
What's he kicked? 8.
8 goals, 1.
8 none.
Tell you what, they were worried about Brownless, and Ablett just floated in on the side.
It's happened a bit today.
Difficult angle here for Ablett.
It's a good shepherd, this. Look, just you're right, Gaz.
Difficult angle. Ablett comes in for goal number 9 and to keep the Cats in the hunt.
They're in it, Brian.
He's got it.
7-goal quarter.
20 goals they've kicked now to Hawthorn's 21. So it's, what is it, a 11-point margin once again.
Wow.
Ablett's got 9.
Bill, you were right at the back.
Yeah.
So how could you shepherd anyway?
Well, I got rid of my man. If you have a look at it here on the
He was in front
replay.
of you.
Might have been hanging on, actually.
Gosh, no, look at this. Just
What are you doing?
I get rid of him so he can't go
He
down.
hung onto his arm. Should have been a free kick.
7 goals to 3/4. The Cats.
Bostill's replay showed Bill had McGuinness's
Fair bit
arm.
of jumper. Yep.
Duck, don't look into that.
9 goals, Ablett. What a sensation he
11
is.
points. Plenty
11
of time.
points.
Not
Picked up by Whitman. 3.5 minutes left in the grand final. Kicks it wide. They must have another goal in them, I reckon, the Cats. Condon went to ground.
It would be nice.
Bruns squirts it down the line. Hamilton's been good. There's Couchy, my man.
Yep.
And he's taken over. Going to have a ball in out of side. So about 3 minutes left. The great Malcolm Blight watches on.
Greg Wells hanging out the window there.
Flanagan tried to spike it forward. 2.5, in fact, 2 minutes 50 left. Cats, can they get some momentum going here? Went to ground, Couch. Morrissey, Pritchard now. Inside 50 he goes, wide looking for Curran, takes a good mark. Had his back protected by the Chief.
Good kick on that. Pritchard's been very good today. What's he had?
is within range here.
23 touches for Pritchard and 720 metres gained.
720 gained. I still don't understand this gained.
No, it's very high tech. Here's Curran to nail the game shut with 2 minutes 30 on the clock.
No one's left. The crowd's still here, Brian.
11-point margin. Curran from near the boundary line. Difficult kick. On its way, he's missed. So it's an even 2 goals. That's a big, big point, that.
Not really.
Well, it is. It means the Cats have got to kick 3 goals to win it, Bill.
Norm Smith from here.
2 goals and a point.
Got to think Pritchard, if you're talking Hawks, or the man who's got 9.
Yeah, you'd think so.
They'd have to win the game, surely.
Well, not really. It's happened before.
For Ablett to win the Norm, they'd have to win the game from here.
Yeah, you'd think so. I think there's only been one other, and that was Morris Rioli.
The great Morris Rioli.
So it has happened before, and if you kick 9 in the grand final, if you kick 11 between 2 forwards.
Couch taken out of it. Hamilton's been good. Thumps it to half forward. Cameron spikes it forward, but only as far as Collins. Collins around the body ball, and that's good. And there's the man who might end up being the Norm Smith medalist, Pritchard.
Brilliant. Been pretty good, hasn't he?
I wouldn't give it to him.
Covered some metres.
He's been very, very consistent all day, Pritchard. Others have poked their head in and out throughout the day. Steve Hocking from behind, bigger and better things to come for him as he knocks it down to Gary Hocking. His kick off the side of the boot. Dippy Domenico there, or now he's filling the lung. It's near the last minute of the game.
Here we go,
Comes to Scott. Scott gathers the ball on the wing. Here go the Cats. Inside 50. Scott with a little left foot kick, and he finds an opportunity. And Cameron has marked 30 out directly in front of the Cats.
He's got to be quick, Brian. Watch how fast he kicks this.
So Cameron has got it 30 metres out directly in front. There's only a minute left.
Oh no, what's happened here?
Oh, hello.
Jeez, I thought something might have come on.
Cameron
Andrew
lines up.
Purser style.
Cameron to get the Cats within the half a minute left. He's got the goal. Cameron goals. There's 35 seconds left. 35 seconds left, and it's 6-point margin.
Wow.
One goal, the difference with 35 seconds to go.
They couldn't, could they?
They could.
They have come from over 40 down.
We just see some Andrew Purser slide across the screen.
Well, went all fuzzy, did we?
A bit fuzzy. All right. 30 seconds left. What can the Cats do? A goal will tie the grand final, and we're back next week. Massive ball to win. Centre of the MCG. 22 seconds left. Umpire wants it.
Get it down the Brownleys.
18 seconds. No time on. They haven't blown time on. Ball up. Flanagan to his feet. Hughes ran into Dippy Domenico. Now 7 seconds. They still don't blow time on. So here it is. The siren's going to sound. Ben Gallant, the Cats. Hawthorn win a famous grand final by 6 points. Yabby Jean swamped. What a game of footy.
Oh, unbelievable.
42 goals kicked.
Yeah, 42 goals kicked. What a comeback from the Cats. Just hung on. So many players with injuries, players on the bench. Not many.
What a quarter. 8-goal quarter, Duck. 8 goals, 5. The Cats in that last quarter to the Hawks. 3 goals, 5.
144 to 138.
I get the feeling this will go down as one of the great grand finals.
Has to.
And well called too. There'll be some awards here at Accra. If it's invented yet.
Dunstall, lined up, ball.
Yabby Jeans.
Yabby Jeans, what a start.
What's that? 7 grand finals in a row. They've won back-to-backs now. 88, 89, back-to-back premierships to the Hawks.
Incredible club in the 80s, and we might just see our man Yabbo out there doing a bit of boundary work, but what a performance. Yes.
Pushed Robbo away then.
Didn't want a piece of Robbo there, Yabby.
Just pushed the mic away.
Yeah, no, he's back on her. Thought he was and really wasn't.
Robbo, get out of the way.
Really didn't want anything to do with Robbo. Well, what a game, boys. Norm Smith, in a word. Duck.
Yeah, Gary Ablett Senior for me.
Fat.
Gary Ablett.
Gary Ablett, 9 goals. Can't beat it.
All right. We have enjoyed this enormously. The 89 grand final, it's been the Hawks in a thriller, 21-18 to the Cats 21-12 by 6 points.
say I'm sick, I'm dead. Turn off the mobile, get the radio instead. For the next 4 hours, leave me alone. I don't care if the president's on the phone. I might have DTs or emphysema. The doctor's at the door, but I won't be seeing her. I'll do something nice, really within the Lord. If that rock band keeps rehearsing next door. Shut up, Footy's on the radio. Shut up, Footy's on the radio. Turn on the TV, but leave the volume down. Look at the commentator, what a freaking clown. There's Footy on the radio, but me no buts. There's Footy on the radio. Shut up, Footy's on the radio. Shut up, Footy's on the radio. Shut up.
Shut up the intellectuals with their Coke bottle glasses. Shut up the trendy members of the chattering classes. Shut up all the DJs, especially the boxers. Thank God they shut